Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker and Marion Royster. Tonight we're in Sugar Grove, and we welcome you into the Personal Touch Party Rentals pregame show. It is the Berne Union Rockets hosting the Fisher Catholic Irish in a big Mid-State League Cardinal Division matchup. Let's bring in Marion to talk about the visiting team, the Fisher Catholic Irish. And Marion, this is an offensive team that has put up some big points. However, I think what's been most impressive about the Irish is their defense this year.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Jared. Their defense has been strong the entire season. They played really, really well, only allowing 4.6 points per game thus far this season. Only allowed 7 points in the first couple games, and then a shutout, 50-0 against Ridgedale. So they're a great defense. They make big plays, have scored 18 points themselves on the defensive side of the football, and had 3 safeties. So they can really make some plays. A really complete football team when you're talking about Fisher Catholic, and they'll need to play well in all 3 facets of the game to beat this Berne Union football team. Might be their toughest game so far this season.
Let's bring in Tim to talk about the Berne Union Rockets. And Marion talked about the defense from Fisher Catholic, but they've got a big test tonight. The Fisher Catholic coaches say that Chaz Dickerson, the running back for Berne Union, could be the best running back they face all year. What's it going to take for Dickerson to have that big explosive game like he's had all season?
Well, they're going to be prepped for him, but I think it's really going to be up to Zane Marjan a lot for Berne Union as a quarterback, because he does run a lot and he can throw the football. This is a big game in the MSL Cardinal standings and in the Division 7 computer rankings. This is a huge night for us.
Got a big one for you here in Sugar Grove. Don't go anywhere. It's the Fisher Catholic Irish here in Sugar Grove to take on the Berne Union Rockets. The kickoff is coming up next on the High School Football Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Almost everyone needs a car to get from point A to point B, and many families have 2 or more cars. At Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster, we specialize in hard-to-find used cars. As a member of the Better Business Bureau, we are a Carfax Advantage dealer and offer great financing rates through a local area bank, with warranties available on most vehicles. We know your time is valuable, so we take special pride in making sure that you get what you came for at a price that you can afford.
Come into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
Stop by today and let us help you, or visit us online at carriagecompany.com.
Sweet!
Tonight's Mike the Ref is brought to you by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street. They've been serving Lancaster and the Fairfield County area for over 25 years. And for those years, Don's has supported numerous charities and youth sports teams, and they continue to support our community. Don's values every customer and wishes all the area teams a successful season. To find out more, visit them at donsfurniture.com. Too many seniors in Fairfield County are left behind, alone and hungry, struggling to stay independent and healthy. Meals on Wheels is a proven system of services built to be there day in and day out for every aging person in Fairfield County. Meals on Wheels make sure that the people who took care of us are not forgotten, that their worth is acknowledged, and they continue to enjoy inclusion and respect as they face the challenges of aging in their own homes, where they want to be. Your vote on November 6th will ensure senior services will continue for older adults in Fairfield County.
For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, It's important to ours.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Blue Carroll Bulldogs host great practice, even in the rain and the weather. Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
Congratulations, and be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Ohio University Lancaster, Fairfield Medical Center, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Don's Furniture, South Central Power, Fairfield DD, Meals on Wheels, Fairfield National Bank, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Blue Line Designs, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
And welcome back to the home of the Rockets, Berne Union High School, where the Rockets will be taking on the Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North. Have North Body Shop, he'll treat you right. Now, Tim, we talked in the pregame about the offense or the defense from Fisher Catholic and the offense from Berne. What about the opposite? Fisher Catholic's offense been putting up some points this year.
Yeah, another key I think will be see how Berne defends. You know, they won a shootout last week with the Grove City Christian 36-32, and they'll have to be a little more sound defensively tonight because I don't think they're going to get as many opportunities to score against a tough Fisher defense.
Yep. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Buckeye Lake Marina. If you are looking for a new boat, a pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Buckeye Lake Marina is back and better than ever, and the gang at Buckeye Lake Marina looks forward to your support. It'll be the Rockets kicking off to the Irish. Back deep for Fisher Catholic will be on the far side. Will be number 5, I believe. That's Nick Kruner. And on the near side is number 19, Alex Smith. To kick it away for the Rockets is Chaz Dickerson. He's kind of a do-it-all kind of guy for this Rocket football team. Going to bring in Marion here in just a few moments after this kickoff. I looked behind us out the back windows of the press box, and I see some clouds rolling in. So we'll get a thought from Marion here in just a moment. Kick is away, and not the start that Coach Tony Herbst wanted for his Rockets team as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So we'll immediately get our Mike the Ref call.
Very good, 35.
It's a crew we've seen for a long time, Jared. Bill Sims is the referee, and we'll give everybody else their props here in a moment.
All right, so the call was obviously kick going out of bounds, so Irish will start on their own 35. Pretty good field position to start this drive. Caden Starcher lines up at quarterback. And they've got two guys going in motion at the same time as Starkey, the tight end, moved from right to left at the same time as Nick Kruner.
Encroachment defense, 5 yards, first down.
Mike the Ref is brought to you by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. They forgot to move the ball, didn't they?
No, they moved it 5 yards.
Big hole up the middle for Caden McCauley, all the way up across midfield to the 49 of Berne Union. Marion, I see you keep checking over that left shoulder. It's coming. It looks like it's coming from behind us. We got a report that it's pouring in Lancaster, but I don't know. We'll have to check your radar here in a little bit.
Yes. I actually checked the radar right before we went on air, Jared, and it didn't look too promising. There is only a 55% chance, but it looked pretty nasty if you look at the sky right now just south of the field.
1st and 10 for the Irish. Going to be another penalty.
Yeah.
Boy, this is a sloppy start for both teams.
Well, just a little anxious.
Offense. 1st down. Hey, wait a minute,
They called false start?
Yeah.
Okay.
They did the shift, which they had done in the prior play, but somehow somebody else must have been in stance and moved.
Yeah, that's I guess what drew the defensive end on the near side across the line of scrimmage. There's our referees or our officials for tonight.
Yeah, you see Bill Sims, which we mentioned, and Brent Dennis is the umpire. The linesman is Mark Moore. Frank Lynn is the line judge, and our back judge is Brad Brewer.
Guys been doing this for a long time, haven't they?
Sure have. We see them do Sherman Ewing games, and they help out at all levels.
1st and 15 for the Irish. Shotgun snap taken by the quarterback Starcher. And he did a good job to get quite a bit of that those penalty yards back.
Yeah, he showed some elusiveness right there and did a nice job of pausing and getting upfield with his shoulders and his body.
Starcher is a 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Second down and 8 for the Irish. Fisher Catholic off to a 3-0 start. Berne Union Rockets 3-1. Starkey and Crooner again reset to the left. Here's Starcher on that option. He's going to keep it. Nice job with the stiff arm there and goes out of bounds after first down yardage, but there is a flag out.
Yeah, generally in that area to hold.
Holding on the offense.
So another penalty on Fisher Catholic. Tim, it is homecoming night here at Berne Union, and Marion, I think, is going to try to get an interview with the homecoming queen in just a little bit. But I noticed she's on the sideline. She is like a student trainer. She still has her tiara
That's
on.
awesome.
She changed her clothes and now is doing her job down there on the sideline. How about that?
We also got a chance to talk to Johnny Garber, and it's alumni night.
Yeah, you're right.
His daughter has come in for the night, and as well have a lot of other people, and that's a really cool thing.
So, Marion, that's something pretty interesting you can talk to her about later, too.
Yes, we'll check out both of those things. Actually, I had just a quick second to talk to our homecoming queen, Sydney. She actually is a student trainer here for the Berne Union Rockets, but she has been gracious enough to give us a little bit of time in the third quarter.
Awesome. Starcher's pass is incomplete. He had heavy pressure coming in there for the Rockets with 55, I believe, or was it 56, Cohen Gronbach. Yeah, 56. Cohen's had a great start to his season so far. 13 solo tackles, 23 total tackles. One of those mainstays on that defensive line for the Rockets. And he does have 1 sack so far this year.
Well, for week 5, their field looks tremendous, doesn't it? Nice
Absolutely.
crown on it. And
grass is nice and thick.
Yep, looks good.
3rd down and long for the Irish. Starcher going to have to tuck it in, and he is swarmed under by number 7 and number 51. That's Jacob Harmon and Jacob Hurst.
You know, it's funny how momentum all of a sudden changed due to a penalty.
Yep.
Fisher had all the momentum driving the ball, and here we go. It's not going to rain, Jared. Remember, keep that
keep
thought.
telling ourselves that, right?
It's not going to rain. Rain we can get through, though.
Right. It's thunder and lightning that'll be the problem.
Yeah, you don't mess around with that.
That's easy for you guys to say in the booth.
Sorry, Marion. Punt gets a Fisher Catholic roll and will go out of bounds at, where's he going to mark it? The 18, it looks like. So good roll there. We'll start Berne Union back inside their own 20.
Hey, a 43-yard punt with no return, you'll take that anytime.
Absolutely. There's a look at the radar from down in the truck. Yeah. That
where's your chair, Jared? I don't see it on the radar.
Chief Meteorologist Bob Campetti down in the truck bringing us that look. 1st and 10 for Berne Union, their first drive of the night. Here's Dickerson. Dickerson breaking tackles and getting up across the 20-yard line to about the 23.
Good physical play right there.
Yes, he is. 5'9", 200 pounds. Also plays middle linebacker. He's a tough runner. Look at the size of his arms and legs. Second and 5 for the Rockets.
I formation right here.
Zane Mergen is their quarterback, working out of the shotgun. He sends Dickerson in motion. Now screen pass out to him. And a good job collapsing in to get that tackle by Fisher Catholic's Daniel Turner.
Well, it's a good job by Mergen getting the ball to him early so where he can make a play. He's tough to bring down, as you see. He falls forward. His momentum goes forward. The Fisher has, they made a commitment to be very physical tonight, so we'll see how that all plays out.
Fisher's got some size on that defensive line. See what they do here with a 3rd and 1. Right up the middle. I don't know if he got it. Christian Gall was right there with him, but the push at the end might have got him forward enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, he spotted him positive, Jared. It's a first down.
Yep, he got it.
Look at this. Quick, ready to go.
Yep, they're up and ready. So Mergen with Dickerson right behind him. Right up the middle, breaking tackles to the 40. And finally brought down just at midfield. Tackle made by number 18, Mason Ortiz.
Yeah, a lot of yards after the first contact. As you said, he broke 2 tackles. And if you're going to play against a good back, you have to put him down when you have the opportunity.
Rockets going out of that hurry up. Mergen back to pass. Nobody open, so he tucks it in and runs and does a nice job. Gets about 7 or 8 on the play. Nice to have a physical running quarterback like that when things break down.
Well, Zane's had a good start to the year, and tonight I really think he's the key to their offense because at some point they're going to have to do something other than just what they're used to doing.
Right. 2nd and 4. Fumble, ball's loose, and I think the Irish got it.
They did.
Cole Nepa falls on it.
Boy, momentum swings are so fast. The penalty caused one momentum swing, and now you got a turnover right here.
Marion, that didn't necessarily look like a bad snap. Looked like Mergen just maybe dropped it.
Right, it looked like Mergen dropped it. Looked like he might have been thinking about the exchange between him and Dickerson before he really secured the football, and that proved to be the difference there. And the ball's on the ground, and Fisher Catholic comes up with it.
Yeah, nice hustle by Cole Nepa to get in there and
real
fall
good. That's how you want your defense to play. Be aggressive.
Nice view at the replay there. Replays tonight brought to you by Kumler Collision, an automotive providing quality service since 1928.
We're playing by moonlight also.
Yeah, you're right. 1st and 10 Irish. Here's the pitch to McCauley. McCauley around that left tackle gets about 3 on the play.
Right here is the best way to defend Berne. Keep the ball. You can play defense with your offense, and they started that in the first quarter until they got a penalty.
Yeah.
You got to be penalty-free and turnover-free, and you can keep their offense off the field. Look at a quick pitch here. Good cut upfield. Good job by McCauley.
Good block there, too.
Yep. Players doing their assignments.
Second and 6. Clock rolls at 6:25 and counting here in this first quarter. No score. Here's Crooner around the right side, and not much there this time. Good job on the pursuit for the Rockets. Again, that was Cohen Gronbach.
Well, real good job of running to the football. The defensive end or outside linebacker on the other side, whichever you want to call it, did a real good job of forcing the play, slowing it down, and then the pursuit was real good by the Rockets.
They give him a very short game, 3rd down and 5. got an army of cheerleaders in front of a shoe. It's not only alumni night and homecoming, but they've got their youth league cheerleaders down there on the side. They're doing a great job.
That's a good thing.
And a penalty going to be a delay of game on the Irish.
Dead ball, delay of game, offense.
This is what we talked about before, that we see it only some places now. I love having the play clock available.
Yep.
You know, we don't have it here. I think eventually OHSA is going to have it put in. It just helps the game and keeps it in rhythm.
Yep. So the 3rd and 5 becomes 3rd and 10. Starcher, straight drop back to pass, looking downfield. Just going to dump it off to a short man. That's Connor Swartz. Not enough for a first down, but a positive gain.
Well, that's a good job right there. And you know, sometimes the best play in football is not always the craziest, but really nice job right there of dumping it. And the punt's a good play sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we saw last time he punted one inside the 20, so we'll see what he can do here.
Yeah, he hit it over 40 yards, so.
I believe is that Carter Brady doing the punting? I know Carter does some kicking.
Nice
Actually,
punt.
Colin McCready doing the punting. Again, this time inside the 10. Got a good return coming here. Landon Goldenschwager, and he gets up near the 20-yard line.
He ran a long way for 9 yards, Jared.
It was a great job there by Fisher Catholic, the punt coverage team there, to track down the return man clear on the other side of the field, because they were pursuing on the right side of the field to completely come along to the left side and make that tackle. Great play there.
Yeah, you see it right here. As Marion was talking about the pursuit and everybody chasing the football.
Boy, almost broke that one there. Clouds roll in as Berne Union on first down completes a screen pass. Look at this run. Breaking tackles. That's Chaz Dickerson. Gets the first down all the way up to the 35.
Well, Jared, as you talked, he's not real big in stature and height, but he's really good at keeping his legs moving. He's strong. He's got good legs. You have to really, really get him below his waist and get him down, and they're having a hard time with that right now.
1st and 10 at the 34. Dickerson in motion. Mergen back to pass, has pressure. Nice job stepping up there. And he's going to be brought down. A flag comes flying in. That's probably going to be a hold.
Looked like it might have been some confusion on the play call, guys.
Yeah. Holding, offense. Well, I think what he wanted to do, to be honest with you, from our view here, is he wanted to do that little pass into the flat, but it was covered pretty well by Fisher, so he took the alternative, and somebody unfortunately held.
Yeah. It's 10 yards from the spot, so that backs him all the way up to the 20-yard line. First and about 24 here. And we've got movement on both sides.
Yeah, somebody I got sorted out.
Yeah, they're saying false start on Berne Union.
Yeah.
I think the officials, though, might discuss this, because
did the defender cause him to move by, encroachment in the neutral zone?
Okay, so you got encroachment on them.
There we go.
Change that.
That'll get the other side fired up on that one, Jared.
Yeah,
if I'm coaching, I'm a little fired up. That meeting should happen before decisions made.
Yep.
It's the only thing I would be critical of the officials. Get together before you make the call.
1st and 19. Lots of receiver choices out there for Mergen this time. He's going to tuck it and run, and maybe not the best of a decision there, as he's swarmed back close to the line of scrimmage. Looked like leading the charge. That's Christian Gall again, 76. Also coming in there, 75, Chris Lamp, and 69, Corey McCall. Boy, the wind definitely picking up. You can hear it whipping down there, Marion. We can see the shirt, your shirt flying.
As long as Marion's not flying, we're okay. Okay.
And we don't have any precipitation yet, guys, so I'm happy.
Pass complete out to the 30, hauled in by Jacob Harmon. Gets him up near the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and long. Third down and 13. We're definitely getting dark back to our left.
It is dark in the north, up toward Lancaster, you can tell.
Mergen looking to pass, fakes it. He's pressured and going to be sacked in the backfield. Nick Kruner coming in to get him down. That's going to be a huge loss and another punting situation for the Rockets.
Yeah, real good defensive series for the Irish right there. You know, the only thing you'd say is they've gotten to him pretty quick. He's not going to have a lot of time, so they got to get the ball out of his hands a little quicker.
How fortunate for Berne Union, guys. Looks like that wind is picking up just now as they're getting ready to punt into it. Or punt against it, rather.
Yeah. See what kind of roll, what kind of help they can get from that wind. It's a low punt. Fair catch is called for. It's going to take a Berne Union roll inside the 40.
And why not go up and catch that ball?
Yeah, it was low. That was a returnable ball there.
Well, even if you don't return it, go up and catch it, saves you 15 yards.
So it's down to about the 33, and that's where Fisher goes back on offense. Believe it or not, that wind that you hear is from that's coming in our mics now.
Oh no, it feels great.
It does feel good.
The temperature of the air. It's unfortunate we know what kind of comes with that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow about 9:56, I think, if we want to get on the weather again, is the actual beginning of autumn.
Okay.
So,
and it's going to feel like it, I understand, tomorrow.
That's okay. I'm kind of about ready for it.
Yeah, Starcher on the keeper around the right side and steps out of bounds near the 35. Give him a short gain, 2nd down and about 6. Looking through the information from Fisher Catholic, they've had a lot of guys touch the football, get involved in this offense this year. So it's hard really to key on one guy when they've got so many that can do it.
They've also had some really large leads, which allows you to do that and develop your people too.
Starcher again keeping it,
right there,
weaving his way through and getting almost another 1st down.
Yeah, he's a good runner.
Uh-oh, he lost his helmet, so he's going to have to come out for a play.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Jared, that rule.
Right.
Yeah, so why don't you make the defender go out of the play when he takes it off of the offensive player, like right there?
Oh, yeah, at the end. It's still not off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand the rule. I understand that you don't want him to continue to play without
it. Right.
You know, Red Grange isn't here tonight.
So Andrew Faulkner will line up at quarterback on 1st and 10. He steps under center, and he lost the football. Ooh, then he's drilled after he...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to get a penalty every time. Once your knee's down and you're down.
Yeah, high school players know that too. It's unfortunate. It's just
personal foul.
Player was hustling.
Here it is. Watch this.
Yeah, that's late.
Wow, that's way late.
Yeah. Just got to know better.
Well, so far, Tim, it's kind of been sloppy, both sides.
It has. You know what happens is, though, too, Jared, you know, both teams coming in, there's a little hype to it.
Yep.
You get revved up. It's a league game. And, you know, both of them, they want to challenge Harvest Prep, who I think has won the last 4 Cardinal Division titles, been involved in the state playoffs, and both these teams are feeling that right now.
Yep. Had movement on the Fisher Catholic side.
Start. Offense.
It's a false start on Fisher Catholic.
1.
Yeah, these are no-brainers either for the officials, guys.
Yeah,
these are not officials, you know, throwing flags willingly. These have been no-brainers, what we've seen. Got to get a little more disciplined, a little more focused. I'm sure both coaches would be disappointed with, you know, the offsides and the procedure things. Those will drive you crazy.
Yeah, those aren't week 5 penalties. Those are week 1 penalties.
You can't have very many of those. You understand early in the game if you're a little charged up and rev to go, but at some point.
Starcher gives off to Alex Smith. Smith up to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, about 6-7 yards, and he had to break some tackles to get out there before Callahan drug him down. You can see right here.
Clock rolls under a minute to play here in this first quarter. No score from Berne Union High School.
Again, if you don't have a play clock, the back judge should have his hand up when we're at 5 seconds or less.
There it goes.
Yep, there you go. That's good mechanics.
Starcher hands off to McCauley. Lots of guys after him. He's not going to be able to get around him.
Now that's
Chaz Dickerson.
Yeah, but they shot the whole team right there.
Yeah, they did.
And they just kept pushing him back further, and you can only go so far laterally here.
Down to 13 seconds. Looks like clock going to run out in this first quarter. So the Irish will face a 3rd down and 15 as we will begin the second quarter of play. And Tim, we've got some sponsors who have been on board with us for many, many years that we'd like to say thank you to.
Let's say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor, let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Also want to say thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. They're the scoreboard sponsor, as always. You see the score on the bottom of the screen. Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. And remember, every one of our football games will be televised with their instant replay immediately after the game at the Buffalo Wild Wings Lancaster location. Also want to say thanks to new athletic director here at Berne Union, Danny Snively, moves over from Lancaster, where he was a teacher and a coach. He helped coach football there. He helped coach varsity softball there, and just doing a phenomenal job here at Berne Union. Got a lot of excitement within all their programs, and he also is doing double duty tonight. He's coaching as well.
That's great. Snively's have been involved here in Lancaster for quite a while, and that he's down here running this sports athletic director and all that, Jared, is a good thing.
3rd down and 15 for the Irish. Starcher looking to pass. Fires one over the middle. Nice catch at the 35. And that little bit of extra effort, I think, at the end after the catch might have got him the 1st down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it might be a measurement.
That's Mason Ortiz.
Not according to Mason,
he's calling 1st down, but I don't know.
But he's not wearing stripes either.
No, he's not. So it's 4th and 1. Look at the Fisher crowd on the far side. They've traveled well tonight. Plus, they've got a lot standing along the fence line. Student section off to the left as well.
Yeah, both these schools should be following their team, supporting these players. You should always do that, but boy, both of them are off to outstanding starts right now.
We have a timeout on the field. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com. You know, earlier we mentioned Marion flying away from the wind. It's not the wind that's done it. He's still flying high from that Browns win last night. How about that, Marion?
You better believe it. That was something else last night. We finally have a quarterback. The Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield played fantastic last night. I was thrilled to see it. The defense played great too. And for the first time in about 18 years, I'm excited as a Browns fan. And I know I'm not the only one.
Well, our director, our producer down on the truck, Bob Campetti, is still, I don't think he's taken it off. He's still got the same brown shirt he had on last night.
Yeah,
for the
I
game.
smelled him. That'd be accurate. We love you, Bob.
So congratulations to the Cleveland Browns. Tim's not saying anything because he picked the Jets.
I was counting on Tyrod Taylor playing the whole game.
Good run there for a 1st down. Connor Swartz just busting it right up through the middle on 4th and 1.
Now that's good for the city and good for sports when somebody does. How long can people stay down? And at some point you gotta start making some positive gains. And speaking of positive gains, that's a big play right there for Fisher. Oh, there went the lightning flash.
Was it? Yep, gonna send him.
It was right over the trees south of us, Jared, or be southeast.
So in that case, they have to not only leave the playing field, they have to go to the locker room, and I believe don't they even have to clear the stands?
You got to be in a safe place.
I wouldn't want to be sitting on metal bleachers.
No, I'm not real crazy about being up here either if the wind picks up anymore.
I hear you.
Be like Wizard of Oz.
So at 11:14 to play in the second quarter, we have no score, and we have a lightning delay here in Sugar Grove, which means at least a 30-minute delay. Obviously, through the magic of TV, tape delay broadcast, it won't be a 30-minute delay, but for us here live, it will be a 30-minute delay. Hopefully, the only one of the night. Now, Tim, before we take a break, anytime this happens, no matter what the sport is, I mean, it's got to be difficult for the players. They've come out, they've warmed up, they're charged up, and then they have to go back and sit for at least 30 minutes. Muscles can tighten up. A lot can happen.
It's the same for both teams is all you have to remember. And how you deal with it and how you approach it might be critical to your team's success and how you handle it. I know I deal with a lot in the spring in baseball. Sometimes it never rains, Jared.
Yeah.
Just to give you an example, we had a ball game that probably game time was definitely less than an hour and 45, but it took 3:45 to play due to all the lightning and thunder in the area. But you don't mess around.
Yes.
That's automatic. You don't mess around with it. Everybody's safety is more important. It's a high school event, so. But you're right, it does, and that's what you deal with.
Yep. So we are going to take a timeout, 11:14 to play in the first half. We have no score here in Sugar Grove, and we have a stop in the action for a lightning delay. We will take a break. When we come back, hopefully we'll be back playing some football on this Friday night. This is the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week.
Imagine your possibilities at Ohio University Lancaster-Pickerington. With over 250 majors to choose from, I get a great college education at half the price of other schools.
A lot of large campuses have huge class sizes where the professors don't even know you. At Ohio University, the classes are very small and the support you have is fantastic.
Campus life is awesome. There's always something to do between all the athletic events, student groups, and activities that you can always find your place in.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home to Ohio University Lancaster-Pickerington.
Well, after about a 55-minute lightning delay, we are back underway here at Berne Union. 11:14 to play in the first half, and there's a long touchdown pass. No, it's not caught. An attempted touchdown pass, I should say. It was a great pass. One-on-one coverage, but good coverage as well. It was intended for number 28. That's Daniel Turner.
Hey, that's smart. You recognize coming out of the delay, Jared, that you have man-to-man coverage, one-on-one, and Daniel's an outstanding athlete, so you throw it long.
So just under an hour break for both these teams. We never had any rain, just lightning. Lots of rain north of us. Starcher's pass is complete to Mason Ortiz, and Ortiz down inside the 20, inside the 15.
Caden Starcher's pass is completed to Jaden Boyden. He's taken out of bounds by Colt Corbin.
Gives the Irish a first down.
That's an Irish first down.
Whoever gets the first score is going to put a little pressure on the other team.
Trips to the right. Starcher over the middle. It is caught. And touchdown Irish. Daniel Turner on the reception.
You know, we saw Daniel last year get hurt, if you remember.
Yes, I do.
He is a big factor in their receiving core.
Boy, that just looked totally different. Those three plays right there from before the delay.
Had a little time to regroup, and they've come out and they said, we're going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And Starcher's been point on right here.
On to kick the extra point is Colin McCready. It is up and it's good.
That looks good.
Yeah. So with 10:54 to play, here's the replay of the touchdown pass. 10:54 to play in the first half. The Irish strike first. They lead it 7-0 over the Berne Union Rockets. And Marion, that's a nice fast start out of the delay.
Yeah, kudos to the Irish there. They came out, didn't waste any time, as we saw, tried to go for a long touchdown pass right out of the gate. Wanted to see if Berne Union was awake or not, but they were aggressive coming right out, and that served them well, able to get a quick strike score there.
So we will see what Berne Union can do on their first possession after the delay. "11 plays, 68 yards, 3:52 off the clock, 13-yard touchdown pass."
Actually, the scoring drive was an hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Boy, their defense has got to be tired, Jared.
Back deep for Berne Union to receive the kickoff. On the far side, I believe that's Dickerson is back there. And Culverton also on the far side. It goes to Culverton's side. That's a booming kick. Lands in the end zone, a touchback.
Surprised they didn't call offsides. It looked like the left side of the Fisher kickoff group was about a yard past.
Yeah.
At least from our, we're pretty much lined up here
right.
45, 40-yard line, and I think he had a head start. Didn't matter. It only matters to Berne now. They got to start at the 20.
So 1st and 10, Rockets. Mergen brings him out. Dickerson, his tough running back, stands right behind him. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Option pitch out to Dickerson. Dickerson going to be driven out of bounds right about the 20. No gain on the play, it looks like.
Yeah, a couple yards, Jared. They struck him out there. He did a good job using his stiff arm to, excuse me, get away from the original tackler. Watch right here. See right there?
Yeah.
Good stiff arm. And there's a little better job of tackling. Got to get him lower. Even though they didn't bring him to the ground, they got him out of bounds.
Running to that near side, that short side of the field. 2nd down and 9 here. Good camera work by our Tom Russo. He didn't move. He wasn't about to move out of the way of that one. Mergen to pass over the middle. Oh, wow. Almost a circus catch. Good defense by Daniel Turner.
Came late. The ball wouldn't hang quite as long. Would have been a really big play.
It was intended for Colt Culberson.
Like the call. Look at it here. Little shoulder fake. He's under pressure. Actually, he threw that ball pretty well, Jared.
Yeah. Boy, Culbertson did a good job.
He did.
Just continuing to fight for it.
Yeah, we got a penalty. Roughing the quarterback, maybe.
Penalty assessed against the Irish 15-yard penalty. 1st down, Rockets.
I never heard the official nor saw him.
No.
Signal.
Marion, did you see what happened there?
I did not see what happened there. Didn't look like any kind of penalty to me, but nevertheless, here you have Berne Union with a 1st down, so very excited about that, I'm sure.
Yeah. 1st and 10. Mergen to Dickerson.
Yep, there's the second phase you need.
Yeah.
More than 1 or 2 people.
Right.
Get to the football defense. If you're gonna stop a good back like Dickerson, you got to really merge and really put him to the ground as a group. It's been single back all night, even though it kind of gives you a take of I formation, but it's I formation with single back with Dickerson. Here's the option again.
And that's going to be a false start on Berne Union.
Dead ball. False start.
False start.
Offense.
Rockets. 5-yard penalty. Bring up 2nd down, about 11.
Now here's what's going to happen, Jared. You've had a 50-some minute delay. You're going to come out and play 10, 11 minutes, and then you're going to have another stoppage.
Yeah.
So
now we were told that they're going to shorten halftime by 5 minutes due to the long delay.
That makes sense.
So it's almost like hockey, a couple different half times. Wyatt Miller on the carry for the Rockets, trying to get to that outside. Wow, big hit coming in there. Is that Turner? I think it was Turner. Yeah, Daniel Turner came out of that safety spot. He ran a long way to make that big hit in the backfield.
Now you can see him back here. He's the anchor to their defense. He's the last one, but he came up hard once he saw the run, and they really strung it out well.
Yep. So 3rd down and long. Call it 3rd and 14. Irish defense has done a good job tonight, keeping Dickerson and Mergen in check. Here's a pass downfield, underthrown, almost intercepted by Andrew Faulkner. And that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Rockets.
That's a long throw. When you roll left, and then they brought all the defense here, tried to influence the defense to this side, Jared, then turns and throws back long the other way. That's a long pass. And give credit to the Irish defender that he stayed home.
Yep. Low snap. End over end kick, angling away from the return man. Takes a Berne Union bounce, and it'll be down to the 39-yard line. Or sorry, 34-yard line, that is.
Guys, I'm thinking that defensive unit of Berne Union, or I'm sorry, Fisher Catholic has really got to be excited about that last series. Culbertson has had a couple really great games for Berne Union as of late, 200-yard games in the last couple. And they tried to go to him, get him involved here, coming out of the long delay, and Fisher Catholic was ready for it and stopped them.
Yeah, their defense really has looked good tonight. We mentioned them in the pregame. They're as advertised so far.
Timeout?
Yep, we have a timeout on the field. Again, our timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
I think I saw this week in Dispatch list all the Central Ohio leaders. I think Culbertson was 8th in Central Ohio of all divisions in receptions.
Wow.
So, as Marion brought up, he's an excellent receiver and has really not been too much of their offense at this point.
Yeah. Checking some scores from around the area. I think we have a lot of delays going on because we've got a lot of 0-0 ball games still in the first quarter. Really, the only scores that aren't 0-0, Canal and Grove City 7-7 at halftime. Yeah, Dublin Coffman and Pickerington North are delayed. Pick Central leads Hilliard Davidson 7-0 in the second quarter. No score with Lancaster and Upper Arlington. Back here, Starcher looking to pass. He's pressured. Finds his man. Great job. Is that Turner over there again? No, this time it's Mason Ortiz doing a good job of just getting himself open.
Ortiz has done a great job. He made a big catch earlier, if you remember, on a 3rd down gain. And
actually, that's Boyden this time.
Is that
Boyden, yeah.
Jaden? Okay, I really like Starcher, though. He stayed in the pocket as long as he could. Then he rolled out, and he kept his eyes down the field and made a really nice throw to a receiver. Jaden did a great job coming back to the football.
Starcher on the keeper. He had pressure in the backfield. There's a flag coming in. Look at Starcher just dancing his way up near first down yardage. We'll see what the flag is.
On the carry for the Irish is Caden Starcher.
It is a hold, so it'll come back.
The penalties have just really hurt both offenses.
Mm-hmm. From the flag 10. Actually.
Bring it back to the 40. 1st and 14. Starcher back to pass. Got a good block. And overthrew his intended receiver. Kind of threw behind his intended receiver, Mason Ortiz.
Yeah, not as accurate as you would want that pass to be, but you live to play another down.
You'll see it kind of go behind. That's a great look at that.
Sure is. Good effort.
Yep.
They had trips as they did here. They ran a little crossing action, and he was open.
Lots of pressure again, and again overthrows his intended receiver, but in Starcher's defense, he had two guys coming at him. It was intended for Connor Swartz. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Cohen Gronbach has done a good job in there from that defensive end spot. There's Coach Doug Miller on the far side. Starcher again with pressure, this time from the left side. Somebody's got his jersey and holds on for dear life. That's 51. That would be Jacob Hurst.
Good job of staying with it by Jacob.
Yeah.
Really good pressure, though. Forced him to step up. Jared, he didn't have any time, and he was going to take a look here.
Look at that.
That's now a double XL.
So McCready on to punt again. This one shanked a little bit to the right. Coach Herbst and his coaching staff just waving everybody to get away. It got a Fisher Catholic bounce, so the Rockets will start at their own 34.
Yeah, fortunate they got, 27 yards out of that,
yeah.
28 yards.
Not a lot of offense tonight for this Rocket team, which is surprising. They've got some weapons back there. But credit that Fisher Catholic defense. They've stood up tonight.
Well, we'll see. This second drive here since the break. We'll see how they respond here. Something a little different, some motion.
Here's Dickerson off that right tackle, still churning his feet, and gets a push and gets a 1st down. What a run by Chaz Dickerson.
He is a bull.
Yes, he is.
A lot of determination right there.
Here's Dickerson again, this time left side. Dancing to his left. Stiff arms up across the 35 and down close to the 30-yard line. Now he's getting on track.
Well, Coach Herbst decided, let's not be cute here.
Well, guys, it's probably not really surprising because we saw a lot of this before the break. You know, even though they had a couple drives shortened by penalties, you know, it just Dickerson churning his legs and getting 1st downs was huge.
Yep. Dickerson again across the 30. A little bit shorter gain on the play this time. It almost looked like Mergen couldn't decide if he wanted to keep it or leave it in the belly of Chaz Dickerson.
Well, Chris Lamp did a really good job for Fisher, getting in from the defensive line and getting his weight and his body on him. But yeah, this is going to test Dickerson's stamina. You know, you're going to find out a little bit about him. And is he off the field now?
Yes, he just came out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kneeling down, taking a break, got his helmet off, getting a breather here. So Mergen going to keep this one. Big hit, but I think a face mask penalty is coming on Chris Lamp.
Zane Mergen on the carry, brought down by Connor Swartz. Personal foul.
Face mask. White.
15-yard penalty. 1st down, Rockets.
Here's the replay of it.
What number? The 2 man. Okay.
Is that really a face mask?
I don't know if that's a face mask or not. Got him up around the ear hole.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I think that was a face mask.
They don't have the old backyard ring necking called.
15 yards assessed against the Irish, puts the ball on the 15-yard line.
At the end it was grabbed, yeah.
Oh.
At the end, there you see it.
Yeah, that was totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens incidentally when you're playing hard and reach out sometimes, but that wasn't really necessary at all.
On the carry this time is Godenschwager, and he's down inside the 10. Landon Godenschwager.
Yeah, Burns has been more physical right now.
Yep.
They're at the point of attack, and their backs running hard through contact, bouncing to the outside. They're just more physical.
Daniel Turner and Chris Lamp.
Turner and Lamp again on the tackle for the Irish. Dickerson back in the ball game, taking the handoff, diving for the pylon. Did he get it? Touchdown, Rockets.
Yep. The Berne backs have done a real good job of feeling it and then bouncing it off tackle.
Much, much better looking drive that time by the Rockets. They went to their bread and butter. That's Chaz Dickerson.
But it's simpler. You know what? We're going to run the football. He has 2 running backs, plus Mergens can run too.
Yep.
Sometimes you can outthink yourself a little bit, Jared.
On to kick the extra point. Looks like number 6. I don't have a 6 on my roster for Berne Union. And it is good. Coach Herbst excited with this team after that drive. And we're tied up at 7 with 6:04 to play in the first half.
Well, that's a great response. As I said, it was going to be interesting to see, you know, once Fisher scored, interesting to see how the response would be.
7 plays, 66 yards, 1:53 off the clock. A 7-yard touchdown run for Chaz Dickerson.
Yeah, they really willed themselves through that. Their offensive line did an outstanding job. The backs did a really good job of running hard, bouncing it when they needed to. And like I said, I just thought Berne was more physical in that whole drive. Couple penalties on Fisher hurt them.
Yeah.
You know, you had a roughing the passer, which was big and helped the drive move along, and then you had a face mask. 30 yards, Jared. You give up 30 yards in penalties.
That's
it's
a lot.
Hard, yeah, it's hard on your defense. Your chance of stopping the other team from driving is very difficult.
Yep. Jacob Harmon will kick it away. Back deep for the Irish. Nick Kruner on the near side. On the far side is Caden Starcher. No, check that. It's Ortiz. It's a short kick. And it'll be brought up to near the 39-yard line by number 67, Jacob Holbrook.
Yeah, 67s don't get a run with it a whole lot. He was pretty thrilled right there.
Kind of like in the Browns game last night when there was the fumble and the lineman. Man, he had a good run, but unfortunately for him, you can't advance a fumble on offense.
Yeah, Jacob's an offensive right guard or right tackle. He's a right tackle here, so he was pretty excited.
Yeah. First and 10 for the Irish, tied up at 7. Just about 6 minutes to play in the first half. Starcher pass out to Daniel Turner. Turner gets out across the 45.
You know what was really good about that is the spot that he threw it. Now in high school on these receiver screens, you can start blocking before the ball's in the air. Now in the NFL, you're not allowed to block until the ball's in the air, and that was a great job, great setup. And I love where Starcher put the ball out in front to lead Daniel into the play.
Starcher on the keeper this time. Has the first down and more. Starcher with a lot of speed across the 35. And inside Berne Union territory near the 30.
Hey, he showed some quickness there. He got on the corner pretty quick and turned it.
And guys, not only the quickness there, but the ball handling of Starcher has been really excellent. There's been a couple times now that he's gotten Grunbach back in the backfield, and really just a fake and a slide of the hand has been able to allow him to get away without even having the guy blocked.
Yeah, you just saw what Marion was talking about right there, and faking consistently is so important.
Starcher to pass over the middle, through the hands of his intended receiver, and then almost intercepted. It was intended for Mason Ortiz.
Yeah, Mason's been real good tonight catching the ball too, but just didn't get both hands on it that time.
Stops the clock at 5:13 to play in the half.
They're really trying to get in the middle when these trips are over here, Jared. They're really running some crossing and off each other's receiver, and they've been open in the middle of the field. Here comes pressure.
Starcher's pass to Turner is complete to the 25-yard line, shy of the first down.
Yeah, that's a good gain and a good tackle by
Number 6.
It's our mystery man, number 6.
Yeah. I didn't hear what the
I don't think he
call
said.
was. He just said number 6, didn't he?
Yes.
So 3rd and 4 for the Irish. Here's a handoff to Nepa. Is that 3? I think it's, Cole Nepa. And it's going to be close to the first down, but I don't think he got it. Needed to get up to the 20.
Yeah, I think he's just short, Jared, 1.5 yards. They're calling it 1.
So bring up 4th and 1. Nepa stays in the ball game. He'll stand to Starcher's right. Low snap. Starcher fires across the middle. No. In and out of the hands of Daniel Turner. I think he tried to run before he caught it.
When you need a yard, just got to secure it right there. Yep. You kind of got to know. You just need to secure it. So big stop for the Rockets defense. Yeah, watch here. He's on the move already. Yep. You just got to turn your body, square yourself to the quarterback, and catch the football. You only needed a yard. I like the call.
Yeah.
Great call.
So the Rockets go back on offense, tied up 7-7, 4:02 to play in the first half. Last drive looked really good. They drove it down the field with all run plays, mostly to Chaz Dickerson. We'll see what they do here. And a whistle and a flag comes in.
51, false start.
False start, Rockets.
We have had a lot of that tonight. Way too much for week 5. You know, early I kind of could understand with the players being amped up and a little, anxious and all that. At this point now, that's got to be out of your system. You're just playing a football game now. You got to get this.
Here's Dickerson. He got a good block. Dickerson to the 35, cuts back to the middle. What a run by Chaz Dickerson, and it's going to take a whole host of Irish players to bring him down near midfield.
Yeah, one defender's not going to get him.
And I love what Berne Union is doing tonight, guys. You've got to deal with Dickerson. Make him stop him. Make him tackle him.
And with that hurry-up offense, Dickerson's going to come off and get a breather. Here's Gottenschwager again on the carry. Gottenschwager out to the right, cuts back. He has a first down and more near the 35-yard line.
Like I said, the best way to play defense against Berne is keep the ball, but unfortunately, Fisher wasn't able to, and the Rockets are doing a great job again driving the football.
Mergen again hands it off. Ooh. Wow, big time hit there on the carry by Gottenschwager. Again, close to another face mask. Chris Lamp has had some high tackles tonight.
1 yard loss brings up second down 11.
Yeah, but we saw in the replay, he didn't commit that first one. Look right here. That's good physical play. Yep. Timeout by Berne.
Coach Herbst is going to take one with 3:04 to play in the first half. We're tied up at 7 with the Rockets on the move. Second down and 11. Here's a replay again.
Yeah, here it is again. Look at this. Hello.
Yeah.
Let me introduce myself. It's all right. It's been physical.
Yeah.
And like I said, Berne's got the running game, the power game. To bring your other back in, and he's a little quicker. You give him a little different look. He's done a nice job. So very interesting. We'll find out what Fisher defense is made of right here, because they've gotten kind of gouged the last 2 drives.
We wondered if the fans would stick around. I don't think there's any question.
No.
Fisher's side is full. The Berne side is full. After the almost hour delay, they all came back.
Hey. It's a community event, Jared, as we always say.
Yep, you're right. We were kind of joking down during the break, talking about, how long would they go? If it was a really long delay, how long is there, some kind of a stopping point? And, I mentioned that there are some towns who have ordinances where you can't keep lights on that late. And Jason Roush said, well, I don't know who would complain if the whole town's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Second down at 11. Mergen will keep it. And a good job by the Irish defense. Did he fumble? I think he fumbled, but it was at the end.
Yeah, it was.
It was on the ground already. Ortiz coming in.
I think you're going to have to actually tackle the ball and force a turnover. Here's the replay right here. Watch how physical this play is. And Mergen was slow getting up off this one. Look at this right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Luke Maynard, 54, made the initial hit for the Irish.
Yeah, now I bring 30 in and I'm going to give him the football.
Oh,
yeah. Fisher, you just load it up at this point. You just got to load it up and make sure you get enough people to the football. Wow.
Mergen rolls out the pass. Down the field, he's got a man open, but he overthrew him. I think his receiver stopped running. It was intended for Jacob Harmon.
Good call.
Man, he was wide open.
Yeah, you run the tight end through the seam down the middle of the field. Good call. Would have scored on my defense, too, because I'd have been loading up also
me too.
for Dickerson.
Looks like they're going to play field position game here, 4th and 11. They're going to punt it away.
Yeah, you don't
try to pin him back deep.
Yeah, you don't want to have a mistake and give it to him clear up here. You want to make him drive it with just over 2 minutes to go.
It will be Mergen to punt. Low punt, takes a Berne Union bounce. And what a job by Mergen on the punt. They're going to down it at the 2-yard line.
35-yard punt inside the 5. That's beautiful.
So here's where, for the Rockets, they see if their defense can hold up here and maybe force maybe a safety. A little bit of Fisher Catholic's own medicine. They had 2 safeties in one game by the same player. Christian Gall earlier this year had 2 safeties in one game, which they believe is an OHSAA record.
Now, Berne's defense has been aggressive most of the night, and I don't see why they would change that now. They've had the linebackers clear up tight. Sometimes have sent them on pressure. We'll see here what they do. Here they come again.
Pass is complete. He caught it in the end zone and is tackled from behind at the 5. That was Jaden Boyden this time on the reception.
Yeah, real good pursuit, though. Jacob Harmon did a great job, Jared. He stayed with that play and got him from behind. Otherwise, that's a big gain.
Yeah. Short gain on the play, 2nd down and 8.
How about Fisher throwing the ball back here?
Yeah. And if you get a holding in the end zone, that's going to be a safety, but they hold up. Pass is complete near the 10. Good job again by the Berne Union defense to just contain him right there.
Well, that's confidence, though. You know, both times they've come out and not just been real conservative and run the ball to try and gain some room. They put the ball in the air.
Great confidence in your offensive line there.
Sure
Absolutely.
Throw the football.
There's a look down inside the production trailer. Tell you about our production crew here momentarily. Starcher again to pass to Daniel Turner, and it's through his hands.
He's in a hurry, Jared.
Yep.
Got to catch the football. Those are drops. And, I mean, they're high school players. I realize not everybody's going to catch every pass, but those are plays you expect high school upperclassmen to catch, those throws.
Yep. So the field position game worked for the Rockets. They're going to be forcing Fisher Catholic to punt it away out of their end zone. Great camera shot by Tom Russo. Here's the punt away.
Really good punt.
And it's going to roll inside the 50 to the 48-yard line.
Heck of a job by the punter to field that punt. It rolled back to him, guys. Unbelievable.
You're right.
In his own end zone.
Our Interface Video Productions crew tonight on cameras. Jim Spires, he's up near us in the middle of the bleachers. Jason Roush, Tom Russo, Donnie Ziegfeld. In the truck tonight, Aaron Uhl, Bob Campetti, Shane Masita, and Beth Campetti. There's a look at Jason. There's Aaron. We also have, there's Beth and Mason Gunther's with us again tonight from Lancaster High School broadcasting class. So good to have Mason this season.
Chaz Dickerson on the carry, brought down by Luke Maynard.
Now there was good pressure right there. That's the first time they've really got to Dickerson at the line of scrimmage.
Ball's on 49, 2nd down and 10.
Still going with that hurry-up offense, 2nd down and 10. Dickerson again on the carry, this time right up the middle. He'll gain just a couple.
Yeah, they're loading it up now, and you know, it's a battle of stamina, Jared. Who's going to have the best left in the second half?
Doubt they're going to run a play here as we're inside 15 seconds to play in the first half. They will probably just let the time run out.
I'd run him one more time because you don't know.
Never know, he could break it.
But they're not going to. They're going to save that handoff for the second half.
Yep. No, wait. Did they take a timeout?
Timeout on the field.
Maybe he's going to do a Hail Mary.
Called by the Rockets with 2.1
Okay, so they call a timeout with 2.1, so we'll see what they can come up with.
Now he wants to make sure there's no other play.
Marion, you're kind of close there. Did you hear any discussion down there what they might do?
I did not hear anything, and a very interesting strategy there. But again, as she was saying, maybe it's just he wants to make sure that it's the last play of the game. You'll typically see that on a field goal or something like that. But, you know, that if they want to do it here, then we'll see what happens.
So it's third down and 8, but 2.1 seconds to play in the half.
Think about this. You're defensive coach. What are you going to do with your defenders at this point now? You're going to put them deep, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to just try and get
Dickerson
loose, because he's hard to tackle.
He is.
It's hard enough at the line, let alone open field. I'm just going to throw him a little flat pass or something. And if they're back, he could score.
And they're standing still, and he's running at him full speed.
Look at the depth of the linebackers and D-backs right now, because they're saying, well, they're going to throw a Hail Mary. I'm just going to get him the ball.
Why not?
If you run this right, it almost turns into like a mini kick return or punt return. See what happens.
Yep.
Hey, ladies, one line, please.
Here he is in the
goes in
flat.
motion. Yep.
Oh, I should be calling plays, right?
And we've got a flag coming in.
Yeah, an illegal block.
Yeah, I think so.
Could have hurt the player, too.
It's
They're
a block
both
in the
getting up
back.
slow.
You'll decline it. No. That's something over. It doesn't care. No. No. Okay. Block in the back. Here. Refused.
Penalties declined. Result of the play. That's the end of the half.
So the end of the first half has come. We are tied up at 7 here at Berne Union High School. Our halftime band show will be coming your way, brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments. Family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. Halftime band show also brought to you by Fairfield Federal. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan makes it easy to take control of your personal finances and build your wealth. You can access and manage your accounts 24 hours a day with their internet banking and bill pay service. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Again, your halftime score, Irish 7, Rockets 7. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with first half stats and analysis as well as the second half coming up on the high school football game of the week. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game. And thanks for being here, Jacob.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions. First time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
This trophy because you've earned it.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Ohio University Lancaster, Fairfield Medical Center, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, Fairfield DD, Meals on Wheels, Fairfield National Bank, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Blue Line Designs, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
My name is Ernest Elton Keaton, Ernie, 11th month, 15th day of 1947. I have a very interesting life. I worked for 51 years. It just come to me, what I wanted to do. Come a long way with all the pictures I've taken. I enjoy doing it to make people not sad, but happy. You know, and I have. I'm trying to do the best I can, be kind to people and everything. So I try my very best to do what's right and not wrong. It's a boring world if everybody did be everything. Same thing, same lights, you know. It'd be a boring world, I think.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family-owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Being a first-time parent is very nerve-wracking going into the hospital. You don't really know what to expect. The nurses, the staff, the doctors, everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease. They answered any questions we asked. They supported us through the whole delivery, the post-delivery, our stay in the hospital. We felt like we were part of their family. I wouldn't have put myself or my daughter in anybody else's hands. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced. For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, it's important to ours.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Welcome back to Berne Union High School. Our first half summary report is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. And it was a very sloppy start to the game. And then we had the lightning delay for about an hour, come back out, and both teams' offense just kind of took off from there.
Yeah, Fisher did a great job. Came out and threw the ball, drove down the field, and it looked like they had made a commitment to throw the football and scored. But Berne responded really well, Jared. Went to their bread and butter, Chaz Dickerson running the football, and had a really good answer drive. And I thought they were going to get maybe a second one because they got the ball 4 minutes, but the Fisher defense held them with about 2 minutes to go. And here we are, 7-all in the third quarter.
Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by Fairfield County Parks, inviting you and your families to come out this weekend, September 22nd and 23rd, the Harvest Celebration at Smeck Park in Baltimore. Watch as the Fairfield County Antique Tractor Club uses early farm machinery to bring in the harvest. Enjoy games, crafts, activities, food trucks, live music, and more. Visit fairfieldcountyparks.org.
Yep, there's your stats. You see the Rockets have really been strong running the football. The yards are about even. You're 150 to 144, so we have, as the score indicates, a tight game. And just 15 penalties total in the first half. Too many flags. And
it's crazy how almost everything down through there is equal.
Well, now the game comes down to 2 quarters.
Yeah.
You got 24 minutes to decide who's going to be at the top of the league with Harvest Prep.
At last check, Harvest Prep was leading Rosecrans 14-0. We do know that a lot of the games around the area delayed tonight, actually delayed at the start. Lancaster's game at Upper Arlington just got started at about 8:45, and they took their first drive and drove it down the field, a touchdown pass from Monk to Fink to start the scoring. But they didn't get started until about 8:45. Here we begin the second half with a kickoff going into the end zone again for the Irish.
Well, that's just a weapon. You got people starting at their 20-yard line. Jared, I just talked to a coach last week, football coach that coaches special teams, and said there's like a study of numbers that only once in every 2 games does somebody drive the ball from inside their 35 to score a touchdown.
Huh.
So how meaningful is that when you have a kicker then? That's on the average. Obviously, you have some mismatches and things happen and stuff, but I thought that was pretty interesting number.
Again, Mergen with Dickerson right behind him on 1st and 10 to start the second half. End around, Wyatt Miller coming around to begin the second half. He's got it up inside or close to the 30-yard line. Actually, we're going to call him down about the 26.
Yeah, a little different there. Gave it to the motion man, and that's interesting. Got to have a little tweaks in your offense at this point in the year. I mean, after tonight, we're halfway through the season.
Yeah.
You got to start building your offense around your base and then build plays into it that either influence or give you other options.
2nd and 4. Good look right there at Mergen. Well, bad snap, and he just did the smart thing and just fell on it. That one takes him all the way back to the 19. Going to get a look at the snap here from our ground camera. Here's a look from Tom Russo's camera down on the field. A lot of bugs in the air tonight, too. Back to live action. Pass down the field. Overthrown. The intended receiver for the Rockets was number 8, Christian Callahan. There is a penalty flag in the backfield. That's probably going to be either a hold or a late hit on the quarterback.
Real good coverage by Mason Ortiz right there.
Roughing the quarterback.
That's twice they've called that tonight. I didn't see it,
I didn't either. I'm watching the play downfield.
I mean, this isn't the NFL. Now, I'm not being critical, Bill. I mean, it may have been really rough. But, the NFL, how about that? How's that gotten with the quarterbacks? Boy,
no kidding.
Almost have to put a flag on their hip and pull it off.
Mergen hands off to Dickerson. And a good job by that defensive line of Fisher Catholic, led by number 69, Corey McCall, and Christian Gall.
Yeah, got some thrust there.
1 yard gain puts the ball on the 36-yard line.
And guys, we're just starting to see a little bit of rain start to come down on the field here, a little bit of precipitation, so we'll see if it picks up at all and if it plays a part in the game going forward.
Yeah, we do see that on our field camera as we get a look in at Mergen now. Here's another handoff to Dickerson.
Twice, no gain.
Going to bring up a third and about 9 now, and Coach Herbst is not happy. He's going to call a timeout.
Not happy with his linemen.
Yeah.
I would bet a large sum of money that the Fisher Catholic defense got a stern talking to about allowing Mr. Dickerson to run up the middle of the field.
I bet you're right.
Well, you know, Marion, you've been through football and around it a long time. There's a point of that it's just a matter of will.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, I'm sure that the Fisher Catholic coaches, just stress that upon their players there, especially in the interior part of the line there. It's just a matter of who wants it more.
Yep.
Who's going to stop the middle of the field, plug that up, and dominate the line of scrimmage. And if they've got enough fortitude to do that in the second half here, they may be a little bit more successful than they were in the first half.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is you have to sell them is they don't have to necessarily make the tackle, Jared.
Right.
They've got to take some people on, 1 or 2 people, and take them on and allow your linebackers and your people behind them or beside them to make the play.
3rd down and 9 for the Rockets. And
wow.
They got him to jump.
Unbelievable, Jared.
Makes this a little bit more manageable 3rd down
here. Big play. Both teams have just had so many procedure and encroachment. I mean, we had 15 penalties at halftime. That's just way too much.
Yeah.
Did I say they got a talking to about Mr. Dickerson? I meant got a talking to about their penalties. My goodness.
Mergen, good decision to keep it here. He's across the 45, the 50, and into Fisher Catholic territory at the 44-yard line. Good run by Zane Mergen.
Well, it's a good call, and I like Mergen's choice right there. They've really stuck at Dickerson in the last 2 plays, but he made a really good fake. He held it in his belly for as long as he could, and then he got on the corner here. Big gain. They have to call timeout.
Yeah. They were late getting a player off the field, so they were going to have to call timeout. Fisher Catholic does. Well, we've got some schedules down in the truck we're going to take a look at for both these teams coming up. You mentioned that both of them kind of chasing Harvest Prep, and Harvest Prep has won the league 4 years in a row, and here's what they have left.
Yeah, I mean, you see Fisher's first 3 games, teams that have struggled a little bit, but Grove City Christian has had a nice season, and then you got Harvest Prep, and Rosecrans has a very talented offensive group. Burns going to have the same thing after this week. They get Fairfield Christian, but then they have to go to Prep and to Rosecrans. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays. So this is a huge game. We knew coming in as far as standings, but it also has computer implications with Fisher's 5th, and I believe Berne was 8th. Is that where we had them?
Yeah,
in the
I've got that printout here.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're saying, well, it's kind of early for computer, but not really. These will be big points either way for whoever wins.
Yeah, Division 7, Region 27. Fisher Catholic is 4th. Berne Union is 7th. Harvest Prep is number 1.
And Fisher means that means if you're in the top 4, you get a home game.
Yeah.
You get a host. So this is a big deal right here tonight. Whoever wins is going to gain really in the computer standings in the region.
2nd down and 6. That's going to be a tough region. There's some good teams in there with Harvest Prep and Trimble and Southern down in Racine having a great year this year. Waterford's always tough.
Yep, Trimble and Waterford specifically in there every year. Oh, good cut.
Wow, big hit, but wow, it was delivered by Dickerson, the running back. He just bounced off and kept on going.
Well, he's got a little more weight and a little more strength than Crooner.
Yeah, he does.
He's got about 25, 30 pounds on him, and just let him kind of know.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down, 1.
Oops.
Mergen going to keep it himself.
Another mistake.
Penalty on the field for illegal shift.
Here's that run before.
Yeah, that's I'm 30 pounds bigger than you. You're not getting me. And a really good right there, getting him off his feet.
And Dickerson is a tough runner. Takes a lot to bring him down.
Sure does. He's got the. We have a sideline warning now.
Warning against the Irish.
My favorite call.
5 yards.
So backs him up, backs the Rockets up to the 45, make it a 3rd down and 11 now.
Big play.
Well, we have an official stoppage. The down marker is still up at the 40.
Check the spot.
He's deciding he's not moving. The down marker.
Well, wasn't it 3rd and 2?
Yeah, I think
Jared?
it was.
So it should be 3rd and 7 if my math is correct.
Which is where the down marker is, but they spotted the ball all the way back at the 45.
Yeah, but
and the guy that's the guy that's got the down marker is arguing with the official that, hey, it should be up here.
We'll wait for the referees to sort it out.
It should.
Ball was on the 35. A 5-yard penalty puts the ball on the 40-yard line.
There we go.
Now it's right.
I'm like, wait a minute. I do know my math just a little
just
bit.
A tad.
Yeah.
Spent several years as a math teacher, right?
Over 30.
So here we go. 3rd down and 7 for the Rockets. Here's Dickerson trying to get away from, but he's not going to. Good job by Trevor Bowen
Dickerson on the carry,
on the stop.
The Irish, Trevor Bowen.
Here we go. Going to punt it. Yep. Going to play field position. I agree with this too, Jared, all the way. Your defense has played well.
With 4th down on the field, the Rockets go to punt formation. The Irish send back deep, number 5, Nick Kruder.
There'll be a point later in the game that won't be the case, but right now I think this is a smart play.
Kruder stands at about the 6-yard line to receive the punt from Mergen. Mergen has already pinned him back inside the 5 once. Wow, dangerous play there by Kruder, but he's going to be bringing it out close to the 15, so he gains almost 10 yards on the return.
Huge, huge. I like the aggression, though. Just got to make sure you secure the ball in those situations.
Well, we mentioned that lots of games around the area were delayed tonight. I think we have some footage from Bloom Carroll tonight. The band was on the field getting ready to play the national anthem, and it just let loose. The Skies did, that is. I think we've got some footage of that. See, it looks good there. Looks nice. No, nothing wrong there. Blowing across the field. Wow. That is crazy. I think I once heard Elmer Fudd call that a quagmire.
It's a quagmire. Or as they say,
look at that. You
in
can't
Texas,
even see.
It's a frog strangler.
Wow, that's crazy. Credit the the Bloom Carroll band. They did not move. They stayed right there and were toughing it out.
Tell you what,
unbelievable.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of rain in a short amount of time.
Sure is.
Back here live at Berne Union, we have a penalty. Imagine that.
Well, he went across the line of scrimmage, Jared. Starcher did. Scrambled to his left, and he passed the original line of scrimmage, which caused him a penalty. They lose it down also.
2nd down and 15. Trips to the right side for the Irish. Actually, 4 receivers out here. Oh, Starcher hit hard from the blind side, right at the 1-yard line. Who was that made the hit? Cohen Kronbach. Man, Gronbach, he has been all over that defense tonight. Number 52 or 56, Cohen Gronbach. Watch this.
No chance.
Oh. So that backs him up to their 1-yard line.
And guys, remember we talked about in the first half where Fisher Catholic was backed up in their own end zone just like they are now, and had the faith in their offensive line to drop back and throw the football just the same. But unfortunately, it backfired for them on that play.
Yep.
Yeah, 3rd and 24, I don't know what you do now. They've got them all spread out. There's what you do.
Yep, Starcher just keeps it himself. There was a hole there momentarily, but it closed up. And so now they're going to be punting out of their end zone, close to the back of the end zone probably.
Yeah, real smart to punt it. You put it inside, the 15-yard line. Your defense responds. Now you look really good.
Yeah, we've seen that work out twice for Berne Union tonight. So the clock rolls inside of 6.5 to play. In the third quarter, we're tied up at 7 with the Irish punting out of their own end zone. Goddenschwager stands back at the 40. Rugby-style kick will be taken by the man on the right side. That's Culbertson. Culbertson down inside the 30. A great return by Colt Culbertson.
And that's got to feel really good for Culbertson. He's a guy that's used to making big plays in football games. As Shu was saying earlier, one of the leading receivers in the area and hasn't had a chance to get going in the passing game today. So you get a big play in the kicking game, a nice return, and set your team up to have great field position going into the end zone. And he's got to feel good about that one.
A lot of different ways you can help your team win. And I think sometimes you have to remind players of that.
1st and 10 at the Irish 15-yard line. Tied up at 7 here in the Grove, as it says on the Berne Union jerseys. Here's Dickerson, full head of speed ahead inside the 10.
Now their line was really getting off the ball that possession, Jared. Here they go. They're lined up, ready to go again.
6-yard gain, 2nd down, 4.
2nd and 4. Here's Dickerson again. And look at that. He's hit in the backfield but still goes forward for some positive yardage. Connor Swartz hit him in the backfield.
See if they get it going again. Get pace and rhythm. Now,
got an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman both down.
Unfortunately, they're calling on the trainers.
Yeah. Well, checking some scores around the area after some games were delayed. There's been lots of scoring once they've started. Up in Upper Arlington, they're tied up at 14 in the second quarter. Canal Winchester leads Grove City 28-13. That's in the fourth quarter. It is Pickerington North over Dublin Kaufman 14-7. That's in the second quarter. Some MVL scores. Tri-Valley and Philo tied up at 14. That's in the fourth quarter. John Glenn over Maysville 21-7. It is Harvest Prep in the Mid-State League. Cardinal leading Bishop Rosecrans 26-0 at halftime.
Wow.
Westerville Central in the OCC leads Gahanna Lincoln 6-0 in the second quarter. Reynoldsburg leads Westerville South 14-0 at halftime. Pickerington Central and Hilliard-Davidson in the third quarter just knotted up at 7-7. That's a battle there.
Sure is.
Sheridan and West Muskingum over in the MVL, 42-0. Sheridan over West Muskingum. It's Coshocton leading New Lexington 8-0. That actually is a final now.
Ooh.
Final score 8-0. Amanda Clear Creek in the Mid-State League Buckeye all over Fairfield Union in the second quarter, 44-0.
Wow.
Hamilton Township in the second quarter leads Bloom Carroll 14-7. And that's all the scores we have for around the area tonight so far. Boy, Amanda putting together a good season, aren't they? Fairfield Union, they started slow, but they
really bounced
picked
back
it back
the last
up.
2 weeks, yeah.
And that is on the road for Amanda as well. That's at Fairfield Union.
Yeah, that score a lot of times, no matter what, usually is never that big a gap. That's interesting when you said. That's why I wowed it.
Well, the way the trainers are working with the injured player, it looks to be a cramp, but he's been down for a while. He's back up now.
You see who it is, don't you?
Uh-oh, that is Chaz Dickerson. And we've talked about that before. Even though it's a cramp and they can work that out, you still feel it.
They don't go away.
It still hurts.
They don't leave you that night either.
No.
Plus, he's as good as he is, he has been taking a pounding here.
Yes, he has.
Good physical play inside the tackles here on both sides.
So Goddenschwager comes in to replace Dickerson. 3rd down and 3. Mergen keeps it himself. Somebody has his jersey, but he's still trying to go forward, and he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, unless you have a kicker now, you're into 4-down territory here.
1 yard loss back to the 9-yard line. Bring up
Berne has not led yet tonight.
Boy, how big is that cramp coming into play right now? You want your bruising running back in this situation, but somebody's got to step it up here. They actually lost a yard, 4th down and 4.
Generally, when Dickerson's not been in, Mergen has run the football.
Yep. 3 receivers out to the left side. Goddenschwager stands right behind Mergen, now goes in motion. Pass over the middle, touchdown. What a play call right there.
Yeah, good timing. Put it right to him.
Jacob Harmon on the reception for the touchdown. And the first lead of the night for the Rockets.
Uncontested, really, Jared.
Yeah. Chase McCartney is what I hear they're calling number 6. McCartney's kick is up, and it is good. Here's the replay of the touchdown pass from Mergen to number 7, Jacob Harmon.
Yeah, he just came out slot and really nobody there.
Yeah. Let's head down on the sidelines to Marion Royster. He's standing by with the queen, the homecoming queen. Go ahead, Marion.
All right, thanks, Jared. Yes, I am here with your 2008 Berne Union homecoming queen, Sydney Little. First of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So how did you feel when they first announced your name? Were you surprised? Were you excited? What was it like when they first announced you as queen?
I was pretty surprised just because I know the other competitors, I guess, and I thought it was going to be pretty even, so I knew it was going to be close, but I was excited when they called my name.
Well, that's great. Yep. And I see tonight, I had a lot of respect for you earlier. I still do, of course, but you had your crown on as you were doing your sports training. So you also, of course, are a trainer for the Berne Union staff, or I'm sorry, the Berne Union football team. How'd you get into that?
I just wanted more experience in the medical field because after high school I want to go on to nursing, and I knew I could get a lot of medical experience helping out our athletic trainer here, and I just like doing it. So.
Well, you've obviously done a great job tonight, and I've seen you, working hard and getting some players, maybe cramping or stretching going there, so that's great. Is that something that you've always wanted to do and you want to do as a profession, go into the medical field and sports training?
Yeah, my mom's a role model for me because she's a nurse practitioner, and I just love what she does, so I want to do that too.
Do you have any plans of where you want to go to study and further your education?
Hopefully play softball somewhere. I'm looking at a couple colleges, not sure yet though.
Awesome. So you're a softball player. Anything else that you're involved in high school?
Basketball. I do basketball and softball.
Wow. Jack of all trades. That's awesome. Great. Wonderful. So if I could just ask you, do you have any special plans for the dance? Going to dinner anywhere special? What's up with that?
I'm going with a bunch of friends, and we're going to take pictures at Rising Park and then going to Texas Roadhouse after, so it should be fun.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun. And then your king, or the person that was named king, Chaz Dickinson, he's getting quite the workout tonight, but also, just a great guy. What'd you think of the announcement of him?
I was pretty excited because we've always been friends since as long as I can remember, so he's a close friend.
Very cool. Thank you so much. I promised I wouldn't let you, work because I know you got to get back to work. So thank you so much for your time, Sydney. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Jared.
Awesome job. Thanks a lot, Marion. And thanks a lot to the Queen for taking some time out of her busy schedule. Look at this pass downfield. It's just over the reach of Daniel Turner. But the homecoming Queen got to get back on the sideline as she is doing double duty tonight. There's the drive summary on the touchdown for Berne Union. 4 plays, 15 yards, 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. A 4-yard touchdown pass from Mergen to Harmon to put him up 14-7. Tim, going back to some of the scores we were mentioning, one of them was an error. It's Coshocton and New Lexington now 8-6. It was not a final. It's in the second quarter. So that one's still going on.
That's a catchable pass also. Just receivers got to focus really, concentrate hard, catch the football first.
3rd down and 10 here. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Fisher trying to answer after Berne Union drove down and scored to take the 14-6 lead or 14-7 lead. Starcher back to pass. He was hit as he threw, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that's a long pass. Left hash mark to the right sideline anyway, Jared. I mean, I see what they do here. They're going to punt the football.
Looks like they are.
Yep.
Going to try to pin him back deep.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a short field to drive it. They already had one on the last time from, the punt from the end zone.
Goddenschwager and Culbertson will stand back at about the 10-yard line to receive the punt. Uh-oh. I don't know if they got a hand on that or not. It's a very short punt if they didn't get a hand on it. And it's going to go out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, about a 14-yard punt. That just doesn't do you a lot of good.
Another score update. Big one up at Hilliard. Hilliard-Davidson leads Pickerington North Pickerington Central, that is, 14-7 in the third quarter.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Coach White at Davidson, I mean, he's won a state championship twice, I believe, and the way they play, they believe in what they do. They're not going to pass the football. They're going to run the football, but they do it and do it well. So anything they do doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. First and 10 here, Berne Union. They lead at 14-7. Mergen going to keep it himself and gets it up to about the 30. Just a short gain on the play. You mentioned Hilliard-Davidson, their run team. They hardly ever pass, and I read an interesting comment from Coach Carpenter as well. In one of the preseason articles, they were asking about his team's ability to pass. They know that Tyler Monk is capable. They've got some receivers, and he said, "Well, we'll at least pass it twice. We'll pass the ball into the bag to get on the bus to go to the game, and pass it back into the bag to get on the bus to go home."
It's kind of how
that was pretty
it's been.
funny. He said that's the only guaranteed passes out of our offense. But so far this year, they've done a great job passing the football.
Sure have. It's made them even that much more difficult.
Yeah.
To prepare for.
Here comes a big third down right here for Berne Union, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Dickerson just gets so many more yards, Jared, after the contact. That just makes it easier for you.
Yeah.
Just shortens this third down play right here. How long can you ride him? His conditioning looks good.
Yeah.
It's just, how much can you ride him? Coach Herbst and his staff know that more than anybody else.
Here he is. Oh, hit immediately, but somehow got out of it, but still not going to get enough for the first down. 54, Luke Maynard was a big hit in the backfield.
Luke, that's really being physical right there.
Yes, it was.
We could hear it clear up here. Watch this. Helmet to the ribs.
Actually, it was 75 made the initial hit. That's Chris Lamp.
Chris has been really good tonight.
So the Rockets will punt. That one's almost blocked.
It tipped.
It was tipped. Chris Lamp got in there and tipped it.
He's had a really great game.
Might want to keep that name in mind for one of our post-game awards. You never know.
You never know.
So now the Irish going to have great field position to start this drive at their own 43-yard line, trailing just 14-7.
Yeah, Fishers kind of won the field position back here. They lost it with having to punt from the end zone. Berne went ahead. So for me, this is like a big drive for them right here, Jared. At some point, you got to put something together and get it downfield. You got 57 yards to get a possible tying score.
Left side run for Nick Kruner. Not a whole lot there.
Yeah, they have not done a whole lot of running with just handoff.
Right.
They have had a really balanced attack tonight with the rush, but most of their rushes have come from the quarterback position, either in a scramble or by design on the fake.
Give them a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Jaden Boyden splits out wide to the right side. Culbertson, or check that, it's Kruner resetting to the left, and so does Justin Starkey. Starcher pitches it out to McCauley. McCauley lost the football, but they'll say he was down.
He was.
Good job by Colt Culbertson.
Well, the timing of the
check that. It was 42.
Yeah.
Is that 42 or 45? Those numbers on Berne Union's uniforms are
It's
hard to see.
It is.
I think it was 45 guys.
So it is Colt Culbertson.
Yeah, the timing of the option wasn't very good right there. The quarterback did not make him. Watch right here. He never ever makes anybody commit to him. So, and we have a missed block, and good job by the Berne defense.
Yeah, and a good call by Frank Lynn right there on the side. He saw it all the way. The ground caused that fumble.
Definitely was down.
3rd down and long, and they're going to, looks like, let the clock roll down and in the 3rd quarter. That's exactly what they're going to do. So we will move into the 4th quarter with Berne Union holding on to that 14-7 lead. It just doesn't seem like, one team, it seems like they get a little momentum and then the other team takes it back.
Well, with Berne having recaptured the lead, Fisher really hasn't been behind all year.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to find out about your team sometimes when you got to play from behind or some adverse situations.
Taking a look at that Mid-State League Cardinal, of course, not many teams have played league games. Bishop Rosecrans, they are 1-0, Harvest Prep 1-0, and Berne Union 1-0 all in the league. Overall, Rosecrans 3-1, Harvest Prep 4-0, Berne Union 3-1. Then the bottom 4, can't really call them bottom 4 just because they haven't played league games, but Worthington Christian 0-1, Grove City Christian 0-1, Fairfield Christian 0-1, and Fisher Catholic, this is their first league game. Overall, Worthington Christian is 1-3, Grove City Christian 2-2, Fairfield Christian 0-4, and Fisher Catholic 3-0. So at this point, I mean, it looks like a 3 or 4 team race with Harvest, Rosecrans, Berne Union, and Fisher Catholic.
Well, somebody has to step up and prove they can beat Prep. And, they're champs until you make them not the champs. So we'll find out. But this is big tonight. So here's a big play, 3rd and 15.
Starcher back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, still looking. And it's intercepted at the 45-yard line. Intercepted by Landon Godenschwager. He's going to take it to the house.
I'm telling you.
Touchdown Rockets.
What a great read he made. But there's an old saying, if you throw the ball late over the middle, bad things happen. And Starcher made a late throw over the middle. Oh, he did a great job. That's as good of interception that we've seen for a long time.
Yep.
Watch right here. See, throwing off his back foot, late over the middle, and boy, he just read that like a book.
Landon Godenschwager puts him up by 13. The extra point attempt by Chase McCartney to come to try to put him up by 14. It is up, and it did not get through there.
Wide left.
But the Rockets lead it 20-7. With 11:46 to play in the ball game.
That's why you got to be careful looking at scores. We looked last week, and Berne gave up 32 in a victory against Grove City Christian. Every week's a new week, and their defense has been outstanding tonight.
It has.
They've only given up that one touchdown right after the break that we had, the delay. Other than that, they've been really stiff.
Well, and that's against the team. The Fisher Catholic is scoring 37.6 points per game.
And again, you don't know what the teams look like that they played and all that, but it's hard to score 37 points in warm-up sometime by yourself.
You're right. Halftime score at Harvest Prep, they lead Bishop Rosecrans 26-0. So it looks like they've got a firm handle on that game. Yeah,
Rosecrans has some really, really good skilled players, but have very little depth.
Shoe, a game that I know that near and dear to your heart, New Lex. They're now leading at halftime, 12-8.
Good for them.
It's your alma mater, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They struggled a little bit last week scoring against Maysville, but have bounced back. Them and Coshocton have had a long series here, so that's a good football game for those two teams.
Halftime out at Carroll, the Bulldogs trail Hamilton Township 20-7. Short kickoff will be taken at the 19-yard line. Good hole there. Look at the speed. One man to beat. He's to the 40. This is Alex Smith on the return. They're not going to get him. He's got the touchdown.
What a big special teams play.
It looked a little strange at the beginning. You just got to let the ball bounce.
Well, sometimes that throws off the coverage, Jared, when a ball bounces or, the timing isn't always right. And I don't know how much. I'm not a football coach. It's in practice with special teams. But do you practice these where the ball kind of bounces a little bit and throws them off balance? And here he comes right up the middle. Couple good blocks.
Good speed.
And watch him. He's not going to let the kicker get him.
No.
Nah. Outstanding play. Boy, we have a dogfight.
Great return by the sophomore, Alex Smith, for the touchdown. To go is, 81 yards there? I think he picked it up at the 19.
It's hard to kick the point without a ball. Okay. You know, we used to play ghost football in the backyard sometimes, you know, like, the point is good. No, you actually have to kick it.
Colin McCready to kick it. It is, it's blocked.
Big play by the Berne special team.
It almost looked like the hold was a little slow getting down there, and the kick was low and blocked. So with 11:33 to play in the fourth quarter, 20-13 is the score. That's a big block.
Sure is. When you're looking at difference between a 6 or 7 point deficit.
Yeah.
And guys, we talked about in the pregame with Fisher Catholic how they had scored 18 points on defense. They've also been very strong in the kicking game and special teams. Made several special teams plays, had a punt return already so far this season, and to make a play, big play there on the kickoff return and get some points on the board when your offense hasn't been able to do so is just huge for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, just kudos to Fisher Catholic, again, being a very complete football team. If the offense isn't getting it done, another area of the football team steps up, bounces back from that interception, pick six, and they're still in this ball game.
Coming up after the kickoff, assistant coach Luke Timmis sent me some very interesting history on this game. This is the 55th meeting between these two schools, and some interesting things have happened for Fisher Catholic. Some milestone victories. It just seems like it always happens against Berne Union. So I'll tell you about those after this kickoff. McCready will be kicking it off. And again, back deep is Culbertson. And this time back there with him, a little bit up from Culbertson. That's
a penalty.
Yeah. Dickerson was back there to receive too, and kickoff goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's not a good special teams play right there.
So this is the 55th meeting between Fisher Catholic and Berne Union. Of the previous 54 meetings from 1964 to 2017, Fisher Catholic holds a 31-23 advantage with an average of a one-score difference per game. 23-15 has been the average score. The longest winning streak was 12 from 1995 to 2006, but Berne Union has had the most recent success in the last 11 games. They have gone 7-4 over Fisher Catholic. But here are the interesting things. Fisher Catholic's 200th win came against Berne Union in 1997. Their 250th win came against Berne Union in 2004. Their 300th win came against Berne Union in 2015. How about that? That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that it all would land on those numbers. But you're going to play every year. You're in the league. Been playing since 1964. So, you know, what did you say, 54-year history. This is game 55 tonight. So I'm sure there's some people here that have seen every one of them.
You're probably right.
No, I'm serious. I'm not joking.
So 1st and 10 for the Rockets. They lead at 20-13 with 11:33 to play in regulation, we should say.
No, he had his hand up. That means 5 seconds.
You're getting some education right now.
Yeah. Again, we talked earlier, you mentioned not having the play clock in the back of the end zone.
You got to look at the back judge then. He gives you the 5 second.
And that's exactly what the referee was telling him.
Yep. You have to know that as a player. You just have to understand that's how the clock is done at this point.
Mergen back to pass. Screen pass out. Led him perfectly.
Yep.
This is Dickerson on the run. Dickerson breaking tackles and getting his way up to the 46 and another first down, and a late flag comes flying in.
Yeah,
this one might be on Berne Union.
Yeah, that's can't underestimate how accurate that was, Jared. Like you said, a perfect pass.
7 white, personal. So we got unsportsmanlike there. After the whistle. Okay? After the whistle, 7 white. We have a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against white. 7.
You'll see it at the end. You'll see the unsportsmanlike at the end here after the great run. Ooh, I don't know. That looked like it could have gone both ways, but the retaliation is always the one that's caught.
Well, when you respond immediately, they're going to get you.
Yeah. That's a big penalty. That moves them all the way up to the 39-yard line.
In all honesty, Jared, that could have been let go because there was an initial hit before.
Yeah.
As an official.
Uh-oh, fumbled. And it goes out of bounds. Actually lost yardage on that.
I'm real big on, as an official, watch the whole thing.
Yes.
And if a kid does an immediate response, you can make that nothing, and you can use a little verbal there.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. Again, I'm not officiating out there. I'm not trying to question their integrity. But you know, in a game, we've already had, what, 20 penalties, 20, 21. At some point, you want to quit tossing the hanky.
2nd and 11 for the Rockets. Goddenschwager goes in motion. Mergen over the middle. Hits him in stride to the 20.
Same play.
Gets a block to the 10. 5. Touchdown.
Same play.
Rockets
they scored a
Jacob
touchdown.
Harmon.
The same play, Jared.
Hit him in stride over the middle.
He had 2 really accurate passes in that drive, Mergen did.
And he got some good blocks down there as well. At about the 10 or 15-yard line. It looked like, here, watch this. Let's see who it is that gives him this block here.
Well, he's not getting touched at the line.
Right there.
You know, he's not getting bumped, getting off the line. He's getting a full split read right through the zone, and easy, actually, for the tight end.
Extra point is up and good. 10:58 to play in regulation. 27-13 is the score. Hard to believe this game was 7-7 at halftime.
Yeah, the points are starting to rack up now.
They are. Marion, can you feel the momentum shifting?
Yes, you can. You know, Berne Union looked great on that drive. It was a great job by Mergen to really look off the defense. They looked left to the flat pattern, and a lot of the defense went floating that way. Gave Harmon an unbelievable chance to run right down the middle of the field, open, broke a tackle, and got into the end zone. And we talked about Harmon in the first half, how he may have stopped short on one of those long passes right down the middle of the field. He would have scored on. I'd say with 2 touchdowns here, he's certainly done more than make up for that here in the second half here.
There's a scoring drive, 3 plays, 65 yards, 35 seconds off the clock. I think that was longer than a 4-yard touchdown pass, though. There you go, there's the correction. 41-yard touchdown pass from Mergen to Harmon. That was not Beth Competti's fault, by the way.
But we won't name who did.
Beth has never, she's on top of those stats. I guarantee you when she saw that flash up on the screen, she was all over it.
Yeah, offside on Berne Union here.
Daniel Turner to return the kick. They've already returned 1 tonight for a touchdown. This one goes out across the 50.
Yeah, do you decline the penalty?
I think I decline it here.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, you're already in Berne Union territory.
Absolutely.
Kick the ball where it's at. Well, actually, that's a dead ball, so it's going to be a kick over. Yeah, that's a dead ball.
That's not.
No, we have an offside.
That's a dead ball? Why did they play the play through then?
I don't know.
Berne Union.
I'd like to ask him why.
Yeah, they should have blown the whistle, blow it dead.
If the offside is dead, I don't understand the interpretation on that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Why did you let the play go on? And I'm not saying they're wrong on the interpretation, but why let it go on?
Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting.
Like you said, if you blow a whistle, everybody then stops.
Right.
And you put the
don't
penalty.
take a chance that somebody get hurt.
Well,
getting hurt
absolutely.
On a return.
You have a useless play there.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Coming up in just a little bit, we'll be naming our players of the game. We will have our lineman of the game first of all. We will then have defensive player of the game and an offensive player of the game. We're going to try to choose one from each school, being local schools. So after the penalty, Rockets will kick it off from their own 35. It'll be taken by an up man at the 31-yard line. That's the man that returned it for a touchdown earlier, Connor Swartz.
He got it right back where we were before, Jared.
Or no, Alex Smith returned the last one, but Swartz brings this one up to the 46. So they gained, what, 3 yards?
I don't know. Sometimes it's funny how things work out, isn't it?
Puts the ball on the 46-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 for the Irish. Handoff right up the middle. Swarming defense for the Rockets. Yep. Wow.
Fisher, as we said earlier, has not been that successful on just handoff runs, Jared. I think Berne's been more aggressive. Their linebackers come hard. Their front line, look right here at the physicality of their defensive line.
Good job by the running back to hold on to the football.
You got to be strong with the football. You got to get it close to your body and get it up tucked high.
Starcher rolls out the pass, looking downfield, stayed with it, but he just throws it away. Good decision.
Yeah, real good decision.
Hayden Starcher's pass falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd down 9 with the ball on the Rocket 45.
Watch on the incomplete pass where it goes. Oh!
Hey, you got to be attentive if you're on the sideline.
Yeah.
I've been there before. Scooted a few times away.
3rd and 9 here. Big 3rd down for Fisher Catholic. Oh, it's batted away. Incomplete pass. Yep. Number 5 for Berne Union. That's Louis Stevens coming in there to bat it away.
Looked like it was almost caught there, guys, off the bat. I'm not sure if he actually came down with it, but it certainly kind of looked like it did.
Officials coming in to talk about it. Let's see. They're having a discussion about it here. You're going to see
It's
Louis.
Definitely a pass. Ball's tipped.
Correction, it's an incomplete pass.
Yep, it hit the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good call though by the officials. Arms going forward. And the thing is too, I also like Starcher. If I'm calling play, I don't want him just back in the pocket too much. I like him on the move. He's really good on the move, Jared, because he's a dual threat.
Yep. Good punt away. It'll be taken inside the 5-yard line by Culbertson. Culbertson knocked out of bounds at the 18. 9:27 to play in regulation. 27-13. Rockets lead it, and they have the football. There's a look at the Berne Union student section.
They know they're on TV.
Yeah, I think it's camo night tonight here in Sugar Grove.
Hey,
lots of things going on. Homecoming.
Our Jim Spires heard about it. He wore his camo hat tonight, man.
Homecoming tonight. Also, it's I think it's alumni night. Yep. They had some alumni band members out there. They had some alumni cheerleaders. They also had the youth cheerleaders at the beginning of the game.
Well, and alumni twirlers.
Yeah, you're right.
Saw them.
Also want to give a shout out to the concession stand. You tasted some of those fresh cut fries before the game. You had them and told us we had to taste them too, and I see why, because they were delicious. Good first down run there by Dickerson.
If you like things hot off the grill and right out, this is the place to be on a Friday night.
I can vouch for the burgers as well. They were fantastic.
Nothing like hot off the grill.
That's right. 1st and 10 after the Dickerson first down run.
How about this evening? I don't know if Marion's getting. We're getting air up here and blah.
Wonderful.
It's just like a beautiful, beautiful evening now.
Yes, all things considered, the weather gods have smiled on us tonight, guys. Could have been a whole lot worse.
Dickerson, big run here across the 45 and finally brought down at the 46-yard line. Mason Ortiz on the tackle.
Yeah, he just kind of scoots around, you know, and people come up, he pushes them down, pushes them away, because he's low to the ground. He's very strong. His legs are strong. And I'm not saying he's slow, but, I mean, he's not, like, super quick.
Right.
But he makes good cuts, and he runs with a purpose, Jared.
Yep.
And he does a really good job of running after contact's been made.
First and 10. Uh-oh. Snap goes over the head of Mergon. Did he recover? I don't know if he did. There's still a scrum for it, and the Irish have it.
Wow. Look who got it.
Who was that? Was that Bowen? Trevor Bowen, I think.
Just fought for the ball at the bottom. Big play.
Trevor Bowen comes up with it.
Watch him fight for the ball at the bottom of this. He outfought him for the ball.
Yeah.
Just rip it from him until the official makes a call.
And the official's right there on top of it, too, and he made the call immediately after he saw it.
He did. Bill Sims was right on it. Had his head tucked in there.
Big break for the Irish. Still plenty of time, 8:21. They trail at 27-13. Need a score here, and they fumbled it. Boy, great job by Caden Starcher to just dive on it.
The running back stepped right in front of the snap on that, guys.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, he stepped right in front of the snap a little prematurely, and they were lucky to get back on the football there.
Heads up by Starcher, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Starcher back to pass on 2nd and 11 over the middle. And it's tipped and caught. It was tipped by Daniel Turner, but then caught by 18 Mason Ortiz. But this one's coming back.
Yeah, boy. It's been a lot of penalties tonight, Jared.
Boy, they ran the tip drill to perfection, though.
Yeah. You know, you're lucky on a lot of those, though. You know how that works.
Oh, yeah.
Footballs bounce funny ways sometimes.
10 yards assessed against the Irish.
Look at it right here. Good job being alert, though.
Yep.
The guy in the back.
Wow, that
works.
Yeah. That cleared my left ear.
Starcher back to pass, lofts one down the right sideline. He's got a man out there. Oh, wow. Turner through his hands.
Yeah, but a good defensive play.
Yeah.
Had his head turned, saw the ball, and got his hand in there.
McCartney was out there.
Yeah, it was McCartney. It was on the coverage.
So strange, he's not anywhere on the roster. We're just going by the PA announcer. I don't know if he started late or what. We know he plays basketball.
Yeah, we've seen Chase.
3rd down and 25 for the Irish. Starcher again to pass. Again pressured. And he's going to have to just tuck it in and run and try to hope for some blockers. He's going backwards now. There's a block in the back.
That's pretty close.
The referee called it.
I'd
and
like
now
to see
Coach Snively runs over to Coach Herbst and says, do we want to take it or decline it? Because it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th down anyway.
Well, watch right here. Let's see.
It's a shorter kid.
You know, this happens so fast,
Yeah.
Jared. I like to see him again.
Right there.
You couldn't tell from the ground view.
If we could slow it.
Let's see if he got his head in front of him.
I don't know if
that's
he did. I think
probably
that's a
back.
good call.
Yep. The helmet was not quite in front of the body. Good call by Bill Sims. Here's that little receiver screen.
Turner gets up across the 50 to about the 46. So to bring up a 4th down and long.
On a stop for the Rockets is Chase McCartney.
So they will try to punt it and pin him back deep.
Brings up 4th down for the Irish. Ball spotted on the Rocket 47-yard line.
But there's nobody back there to punt. There's nobody back there. They don't have a punter.
Why are you punting? You're down 2 touchdowns with 6 minutes here, Jared. I think you got to play with the ball.
McCready finally comes on to punt it. Not the best punt.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, I don't want to coach by any means, but you've got to get 2 scores in 6.5 minutes.
Goes out of bounds.
Well, with 6:34 to play in regulation. Let's go ahead and name our lineman of the game. Tonight's lineman of the game is brought to you by South Central Power. Being a lineman isn't easy, whether you're shutting down the run or restoring power after a storm. At South Central Power, we salute all linemen. From the gridiron to the power pole, our linemen work 24/7 to power your community. And this fall, they'll be visiting high schools each week to present our Lineman of the Game award to a hardworking high school lineman. To see the winners, follow South Central Power on Facebook or Instagram.
Well, Marion, we were talking about it. I really think number 56 for Berne, Cohen Grombach, has been really good. He's a guard.
On both sides of the line.
Yeah, he's opened those up, but he's the middle linebacker on defense. He has just been involved in all of it there for the Rockets.
Yes, I would absolutely agree with you guys. Grombach's been incredible. He's been in the backfield all night long. Made the huge play down on the Fisher Catholic's own end zone. Almost got a safety there, but a huge play there. But you're right, on both sides of the ball, Grombach's really been incredible, and I would certainly agree with him being named the South Central Power player of the game.
Okay.
So congratulations to Cohen Grombach, our lineman of the game. Brought to you by South Central Power. And so he will be visited this week at school by South Central Power, and they will present him with an award. I know Jackson Reinshield from Lancaster last week was very appreciative of that award. I saw the picture on Twitter, and very cool thing that they do, South Central Power teaming up with us. So congratulations again, Cohen Grombach, the junior lineman for Berne Union. On second down and long, a short run for the Rockets.
Cohen's a 5'10", 190-pound junior, so they'll have the pleasure of having Cohen back next year. Here you go. Good job. Obviously Coach Miller knows what he's doing punting the football there, but I'm just looking at it thinking, man, the clock is going to be your enemy here if you have to stop him here.
Yeah, the unfortunate part, guys, that block in the back was huge on that drive and left him with a 4th and 23. Not much you can do on 4th and 23, unfortunately.
No.
And they do have 2 timeouts left. Clock rolls down to 5:07, and a delay of game on Berne Union.
There's been so many flags in the air, it's going to bring rain, I'm afraid.
Some of the fans getting a little restless.
Well, they should. I mean, come on. You know what? You have to know the clock.
This does not seem like week 5. Yeah. Even the baby's upset.
Hey, they're good when they're with their mother. There's a lot of little ones here tonight.
I think Beth down in the truck broke a few pencils writing down all these penalties. Third down and long. Mergen, he turned to his left to hand off, and the running back was to his right. So he's like, I'm just going to keep it here. But another penalty flag. Imagine that.
Oh, my Lord.
I hate to laugh, but it's just funny listening to some of the fans yelling, what's going on?
I mean, it's not easy, believe me, to get 11 people. But at some point, you got to start getting that done.
Yeah.
You're in week 5 here. Been way, way too many mistakes of that type.
Mergen hands off to Dickerson. Dickerson with somebody holding onto his jersey just goes forward for a few yards, and here's another penalty at the end of the play.
Penalty flag on the field.
Officials are talking about it. Now they're going to bring in the back judge to talk to him about it. Just curious if Beth has those penalties added up, what they are on both sides, how many and how many yards.
That'll be a first down.
Yeah, that's an automatic first down.
$25 that have been accepted.
25 total penalties.
I bet we've had 4 or 5 decline, Jared.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think she keeps the yardage for penalties, but it's
don't.
crazy. It's crazy how many yards.
Nah, it's they've been drive killers, they've been drive starters, they've been maintained drives this whole game. It's just too many errors.
So
Listen, as
I guess
official,
it was not an automatic. I thought it was a personal foul, but
it wasn't a personal foul. It was just unsportsmanlike.
Okay, all right. So 4th down and 6, and the Rockets will punt it.
The thing is, from a coaching standpoint, unsportsmanlike means you as a player, you're putting yourself above your team, though, because you hurt your team. You know, physical penalties happen, Jared. Players aren't trying to be offside or move illegally, but unsportsmanlike is you got to be under control. Mentally, emotionally.
Looks like they're changing the clock.
4:40 on the clock.
4:40, you said?
4:40 on the clock.
They want to put 4:40 on the clock.
Yeah, let's switch the last two numbers.
It was running during the penalty while we were marking it off.
They said the clock was running during the penalty. So they want 4:40 on the clock.
That's the back judge's job to know what's going on with the clock.
Well, it was the head linesman over there on the side that came in to.
Now he can see it. Somebody's got to be watching, but generally the back judge handles time. Again, if I'm wrong, those guys can call and tell me, but I'm pretty sure that's the situation.
So 4th and 6, Mergen back to punt. High snap. Rugby-style punt, gets it away. It'll be taken at the 45 on the run by Nick Kruner. There's another flag down as Kruner gets up to the 40.
Unbelievable.
Berne Union.
Penalty flag on the return is Nick Kruner.
And there's one back here, too.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going back here then.
We have 2 flags on the field.
That's a post-scrimmage kick, so we'll go from the flag.
I think those flags are going to have to be
We
washed.
have a block in the back on the return. Penalty goes from the flag.
From the flag? How was he for that far back on the catch?
No, he caught it on the run at the 40, I thought.
Well, maybe the guy had run past the receiver, too. Man.
Wow. That's a huge penalty. I mean, they had the ball all the way up here at the, the 45, 46-yard line?
Yeah, Fisher's made a lot of mistakes and big penalties.
Right.
I think Burns had more procedure and offside, but Fisher has made a lot of 15-yard penalties, Jared.
Starcher directing traffic downfield. Lofts a pass over there, but throws it out of bounds. Incomplete.
Yeah, one of the assistants caught it.
Stops the clock at 4:14 to play. Coming up after this next play, we will get to our players of the game. We'll have a defensive player and an offensive player. We'll do one from each team. Now what do we... I don't see a flag down. What's the discussion now? Officials are discussing something with a player from each team, and then they just pat each other on the helmet.
You know what? I've never been a fan of that. It's just let's play the game, and if you have to call it, deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, if the players can't act right or perform skills, then just penalize it, and that's the way it is. I'm not blaming the officials for tonight's penalties.
No, not at all.
The teams just have to be better coached.
Yep. Pass is incomplete. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Well, let's go with our defensive player of the game. Tonight is brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Contact Todd or Dale Edwards today.
Well, we're working on both teams, so we will go with senior number 75 from the Fisher Catholic Irish, Chris Lamp. Been all over the place.
I agree.
Really done a great job at his inside defensive lineman position.
And a penalty here on 3rd down and 10. False start on Fisher Catholic. So congratulations to number 75, Chris Lamp from Fisher Catholic, our Edwards Insurance Agency Defensive Player of the Game.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but they know it. Both teams, honestly, Jared, it's a lack of discipline.
Oh, yeah.
And focus, which goes with that. You have to be disciplined enough to, when the snap is, an occasional mistake here and there. People are going to do that. That's it. But we've had 30 penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We haven't had a game like this. You tell me the last time.
I
can't remember.
I really don't.
No.
Third down and 15. Starcher back to pass. He has pressure. There's another flag. I don't know about that one, though. You're going to call roughing the quarterback on Gronbach.
Roughing the passer.
I will say this. He has been consistent with the call.
He has.
And if you know that as a player, you have to respond to it.
I mean, Gronbach was coming full speed.
I know, but we
had
it
was
the
not
other
very
way.
far away when the pass was released. But
I agree.
You're right. There
with
have been
you.
a couple the other way too.
Yeah. Burton's been the recipient of 2, and the one we didn't see, and the other one I was like, nah. But Bill has been consistent with those calls, and we're not here to question officials anyway.
There's Chris Lamp, I think, over on the sideline. I think it's 75 there on the right, between 78 and 7 there. So congratulations to Chris, who was our defensive player of the game.
Been real
Played
active.
a good game.
Sure has.
So after the penalty, it's 1st and 10 for the Irish. Ball spotted at the 32.
And as always, Jared, there's players on both sides that are definitely deserving of being honored, named, or whatever they want to consider. But we can only name one for each side. So
Starcher back to pass. He got a good block to give him a little more time, and he throws this one out of bounds. Well, let's go to our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. Their first priority is to understand you, where you are in life, and where you want to go. They look for opportunities in places other banks may see challenges. Could there be a better reason to meet? Be delighted with your bank. Fairfield National Bank is a division of the Park National Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Contact information at fairfieldnationalbank.com.
Well, Jared, let's let this play go, and we'll name them.
2nd and 10 for the Irish. Starcher's pass almost intercepted by McCartney. It was intended for Daniel Turner.
Yeah, McCartney was reading 6 right there. Well, I think for offensive player of the game, I don't think there's any way you can not name 5'9", 200-pound senior Chaz Dickerson. He is the bread and butter of what Berne does. They do some other things very well. Yep, and they have other good players. But Chaz is kind of, he's the mail deliverer.
Oh, yeah.
If you want a package, he's the one you want.
He is a hard worker, and I think Marion would probably totally agree with that. Being a running back yourself, you like getting rewarded like that, right, Marion?
Absolutely. When you run hard and you have a coach that has faith in you, and you get to grind out those yards, tough up the middle. A lot of running backs, and I'm sure Dickerson is just the same way, pride themselves on that, and he's just done an outstanding job this evening.
So congratulations, Chaz Dickerson, our offensive player of the game. Brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. So 3:49 to play in the ball game, 27-13. The Irish going to elect to punt on 4th and 10.
I tell you, Berne's defense been really good tonight, Jared.
It has.
Like I said, when you view the scores, you think, well, they gave up 32. They've really done a good job against. There's a nice punt,
great punt right there.
Wow.
Backs him all the way up inside the 20. And gets up to the 25-yard line. Culbertson does. Great punt by number 8, Colin McCready. He's had some good ones tonight.
Yeah, that was a 43-yarder. Just, and Colin knows it's just got to get a little more consistent.
Yep.
He's got the tools and can do it. Done a really nice job on that punt. That's a nice high and deep punt. Good coverage.
So the Rocket offense comes back out onto the field.
Now, both teams down to 2 timeouts. Fisher only has 2 because they had to take one earlier when they had a personnel situation. So, if they even hope to have a chance, you cannot give up a first down in this situation. Otherwise, the clock is just going to defeat you.
Look for them to be trying to strip a football right here on every play. They need a turnover. Dickerson on the carry. Gets out of the hold of one tackler, another tackler. and finally brought down at about the 30 or 27, 28.
I wonder if he goes to sleep at night and wonders if there's other people hanging on to him. I mean, he's had that all night.
Guys, I don't think I've seen a play tonight where the first guy has brought him down.
Oh, I think you're right.
He's ran through the first tackler every single time.
Yep.
You love the effort.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, from a fan's perspective, you see a team go out of a shotgun, which is already, what is he, about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, and then the running back is another 2 yards behind him. He's starting almost 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage, but from his perspective, it gives him he's at full speed when he takes that handoff and gets to the line of scrimmage.
It does, too. And, you know, I remember listening to Coach Buttermore when he was at in Tri-Valley, and Coach Buttermore always says, we spread it to run it. That way we block less people. You know what? That's pretty smart. And you know, he went through some situations where he lost the state championship football game in Division II last year to Trotwood Madison. So he kind of knows what he's talking about. But I like listening to what coaches have to say and their thoughts and perspective. And sometimes I haven't heard it because I haven't been totally submersed in the football talk and whatever, and I like when they share those kind of things because it makes sense if you think about it. We're going to block less people this way. We're going to spread 3 or 4 out, and we have a really good back, and we're going to block 5 or 6 guys.
Speaking of Coach Buttermore, he's now at Granville. Had a big win last week.
Yeah, beat Johnstown, and you know what that's like to beat Coach Carter's team. So
yeah, absolutely.
Always a battle. No, Coach Buttermore's as good as there is, and he will get the job done wherever he goes.
Yep.
And congratulations to him at Granville, and he'll have good players and people there, and I'm anxious to see how that all goes there in Licking County.
Checking some scores from around the area. Lancaster and Upper Arlington knotted at 21 in the third quarter. Bishop Reedy leads Liberty Union 14-0 in the third quarter. It's Dublin Kaufman over Pickerington North 17-14 in the third quarter. Harvest Prep all over Rosecrans 38-0 in the fourth quarter. And I'll get you some more after this play. 3rd down and 5 for the Rockets. Mergon back to pass. Pass is short. Culbertson came back for it. Great defense. That time by number 7, Andrew Faulkner for the Irish. Westerville Central leads Gahanna 13-7 in the third quarter. John Glenn over Maysville 34-7 in the third quarter. Coshocton leads New Lexington 15-12 in the third quarter. It is Reynoldsburg all over Westerville South 28-0 in the third quarter. Sheridan running away from West Muskingum 56-0 in the fourth quarter. Canal Winchester beat Grove City. That's a final 28-13.
Big win for Winchester.
Yeah. Low punt here. And it'll roll dead right about the 40-yard line. Pickerington Central has come from behind to win the ball game.
Here we go, Jared.
Look at this. Wow, took a big hit, but a big return.
Yeah.
Pick Central comes from behind to win the ball game 17-14 over Hilliard-Davidson.
Wow.
Tri-Valley beats Philo 28-14. Amanda Clear Creek leads Fairfield Union 45-6 in the fourth quarter. And Hamilton Township, this says just at halftime, leads Bloom Carroll 20-7. Watch this. This is interesting how this punt played out.
Well, generally, it's blown dead at that point.
Yeah.
See? He never blew it. Generally, when the ball stops in transition on special teams, the official blows it dead, but he never blew it dead, so.
I mean, he gained 25 yards on it.
Yep.
Starcher's pass to Turner is complete, but it's behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to just fight to get up positive yardage, and now a penalty flag comes in.
Yeah, blocking the back, I believe.
We've got an injured player down. It might just be a cramp. I think it's Culbertson.
Hope that's all it is.
No, I can't.
So our homecoming queen going to trot out onto the field and get some work in as a student trainer.
Does she have her tiara on out there?
From the flag.
There it is, right there. See him shove the player down.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. It's called against Berne.
Coach Herbst, about 15 yards out onto the field, wants an explanation.
Well, exactly.
Not very happy.
So he's getting it delivered from the referee. It was a shove in the back.
It was, yeah. We had it on replay here.
I know, but he still can't push him in the back. That's against the rule.
Here it is again.
Yeah, watch over here. Watch the pursuit of the play on their.
I think that might be what Coach Herbst was upset about.
There was a block the first in the back one.
There,
here comes
and
the
then there's
one.
the second one.
That's what was seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there should have been 2 pushes.
You're right.
In the back on that play.
Yep.
So if they reach 180 degrees, it makes 300. We have a circle, really, right? Okay, that's where I've gotten to on these. Let's do a little geometry now. Woo!
Pass is complete out to Ortiz, and he gets out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Well, the players are, the lack of discipline is just not good right now, Jared. Yeah, I don't care what you say. At some point, you can blame officials, blame somebody else. You have to have enough discipline to do the right thing on the field.
Yep.
Whatever it might be. And I'm sure both teams will address that this week.
2:09 to play in the ball game. 27-13 is the score.
Listen, they're mistakes. Penalties are mistakes.
Yep.
People are going to have a few, but we shouldn't have 35.
No. First and about 18 for the Irish. Pass is complete up to Daniel Turner. He's hit immediately at the 25.
Good tackle, McCartney, I think.
And they could have called a false start on that one.
I hear you.
Not too loud, Mario. Not too loud.
I want to get out of here like you guys. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. But
well, I'm not really worried about that. I just like to have some rhythm with the game.
I know. Starcher back to pass. He's pressured and thrown down in the backfield. And that is Cohen Gronbach.
Yep, that's
with the sack.
That's our lineman of the game.
Yep. And we have a whistle and a timeout on the field.
The last timeout by the Irish.
Yeah, Fisher Catholic calls it.
Yep. Hey, you don't give up. You never know. I mean, there's a minute 30. You score, you get an onside kick, and you can, I mean, stuff happens.
Yeah.
But
boy, had it rained tonight and then this turned to mud, these flags would be brown. As many times they've been on the ground.
We'd never be able to read Burns' numbers on their uniforms.
Yeah, they're hard to read anyway.
Well, they have the maroon numbers.
Right, with the
they're
gold
highlighted
outline.
with gold, but it's still not as easy to see.
They're sharp uniforms. It's just hard from the press box to see them in the dark.
Criticism of the uniforms is just from up here, and if you're looking clear across the field, it just doesn't stand out real well.
So after the timeout, Fisher Catholic will face a 3rd down and 18. The minute 31 to play in regulation.
Now the Rockets a minute 31 away from staying in first place.
Yeah.
Going into week 6. Hey, that's all you can ask for.
I don't remember. On that schedule, when did it say they have harvest? At the end of the year?
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
They'll play harvest.
They have, I think, Fairfield Christian next week, which has struggled.
Wow, big hit there and sack by Jacob Harmon. He's had a good game offensively.
Yes,
he's got 2 touchdown receptions, and now he's got a sack.
Yeah, he's been on the field all night and done a good job.
Harmon is a junior.
Here we go. They're trying to get him lined up. It's, what, 4th down?
Yep.
18.
Starcher pressured again. He's just going to run it.
No way.
Got some speed. And not going to get it. He's up inside the 20, but he needed to get all the way up close to the 10.
Yeah, great effort.
Yeah.
Yep, there's your game.
So the Rockets will take over and just down it a couple times, kneel on it. We're under a minute to play in the ball game.
Yeah, please kneel. There's just been no rhythm this whole half.
It really hasn't been.
It just, when you make mistake after mistake, it just it doesn't allow for any flow.
And there's definitely no flow still, as one of the offensive linemen just got sick on the field, and that's come trotting off.
Well, the rest of them might be sick in a minute if they don't get away. At least I would be. How do you highlight if you have to put your hand down?
Oh, yeah, good good point.
Not for me.
So they will kneel on it one more time, and they will take a victory. So Mergen will take one final snap, and his team will move to 4-1 on the season and remain in a first-place tie in the Mid-State League Cardinal Division with a win 27-13 over the Fisher Catholic Irish. So the Rockets victorious tonight after a slow start by both teams. They picked up some offense in that second half and put together a good win, 27-13. Tonight's final stats are ready to go, and they're brought to you by Fairfield County Parks, inviting you and your families to come out this weekend to the Harvest Celebration at Smeck Park in Baltimore. Watch as the Fairfield County Antique Tractor Club uses early farm machinery to bring in the harvest. Enjoy games, crafts, activities, food trucks, live music, and more. Visit fairfieldcountyparks.org.
Well, after a 7-7 halftime tie, Berne really kind of dominated second half here, Jared. You look at them, 208 yards rushing overall. Only 55 passing, but some key ones.
Yeah.
You know, Mergon made 2 really good passes. You know, the Irish end up with 175 yards. You know, we had 31 accepted penalties, so probably 35 overall. Way too much. We've pounded that all night, so no more. But in my honest opinion, I really felt that Berne was a better team tonight, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
They deserved to win. I think they outplayed them. I thought they were more physical in the second half than Fisher, especially at the point of attack. Mergon made some really key passes, and congrats to them. You know, Fisher's going to be fine. I think they found out some things about themselves a little bit, but I think Berne flatly outplayed the Irish here in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Marion tracked down Coach Herbst. I don't know if he's going to be available for an interview or not. Marion just got back to the sideline and put his headset on.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
I think he just wants to talk to his team first, as the team is huddled up with the student section, celebrating a 27-13 victory over Fisher Catholic tonight to remain unbeaten in the Mid-State League Cardinal at 2-0 and overall 4-1. And they will stay atop the Cardinal Division.
Huge win in the computer rankings for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's really going to propel them up from, I think we said they were 6th.
They were
currently,
7th.
And, you know, Fisher was 4th. But both teams still will have an opportunity in that region. When you look, you know, you've already mentioned Harvest Prep and Trimble. Lucas is 3-1. That's up around the Mansfield area. Franklin Furnace in there, and Racine and Waterford. But they both play Rosecrans, who actually is 10th. Sims Valley down south has always got a good team. And Grove City Christian's 2-2 right there. So you control your own fate. Both these teams could make the playoffs, Jared.
Absolutely.
There's that possibility at this point, but it depends on how you move from this point forward.
So just real quick here while we have a little bit of time while we wait for Coach Herbst, with Berne coming in at 7th, Fisher Catholic at 4th, what do you see after tonight?
It all depends on the secondary points, level points. So it's hard to predict. It's the best system there is. You know, I kind of made a thing about it at halftime. This is what NCAA wanted to use because it's points. It's based on wins. It's based upon the type of teams you beat, because if you beat better teams and they win games, you gain more points. I don't understand why they don't see it. They have to have a committee and everybody's opinion to decide it. Make it by numbers.
Yeah.
Ohio has the best computer football system that I've seen. I've looked at some others. There's some others that aren't bad. This is the fairest and best there is, Jared.
So again, the Rockets victorious tonight, 27-13 on their home field against Fisher Catholic on homecoming night here at Berne Union. Want to thank Danny Snively, the athletic director from Berne Union. He's done a fabulous job here early in this fall sports season. He comes over from Lancaster, where he was a teacher and also a coach. One of the football coaches with Coach Carpenter, and he also was the assistant softball coach. Did a great job with Coach Miller in the Lancaster softball program. Has an opportunity to be an administrator at here at Berne Union as a athletic director, and still coach football with Coach Herbst. And I know that coaching is in his blood, so we want to thank him. He did a great job, and he communicating with us this week, getting us set up, getting us information, and just doing a good job. And I understand that he and his wife expecting baby number 2 coming up, I believe, in March.
Wow.
So congratulations to Coach Snively.
That's always an awesome thing, Jared.
Yeah. Coach Herbst is making his way toward the sideline, where he will be meeting with our very own Marion Royster. So a victorious Coach Tony Herbst. His team wins at 27-13 over Coach Herbst's old team, the Fisher Catholic Irish, and he is standing by now with Marion Royster. Let's send it down to the sideline. Go ahead, Marion.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. It was pretty sloppy. Of course, we had the rain, the thunder delay, and then quite a bit of penalties. But what do you think overall your team's performance tonight?
It wasn't pretty, but our guys play with a lot of heart. They give all their effort all the time. We're a little sloppy, a little undisciplined at times, but I can't fault those guys. I always tell them if they give me max effort, I don't care, make a mistake, and we'll fix it.
Speaking of max effort, you guys were so physical at the line of scrimmage tonight, just very, very dominant. The offensive line was just able to really move the pile consistently throughout the game. What would you credit that to as far as your physicality?
Our coaching staff does a great job. We've got great senior leadership, and we're really young on the offensive line, so that was kind of a concern because Fisher's pretty physical themselves. But when you got a guy like Chaz running behind them, that helps a little bit too.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaz was just amazing tonight, and I made a comment to the guys up top. It seemed like there was not one time where he was brought down by the first tackler, and he just runs so hard every time. What do you do with it when you have a player like that to just run so hard?
You feed him. He's our leader on offense. He's our leader on defense, and you can tell people just bounce off him. They don't want to tackle him. He just runs violent. He runs angry.
Yeah, he absolutely does. And then you also, in the second half, it seemed like you were able to take advantage in the passing game. Jacob Hartman made a couple big plays. Was that something that you saw there at halftime that you thought you could take advantage of, hitting some plays in the passing game?
Yeah, they were really rolling down at the line of scrimmage, trying to take away Chaz, and I don't blame them. And they were kind of taking away our pitch on the outside, and there wasn't a safety in the middle. So, that was an adjustment at halftime, and, hey, it worked out.
First-year head coach at Berne Union, but you've been here for quite some time. But you also were a head coach at Fisher Catholic for quite some time. How's it feel to get a win tonight against your old team?
It feels great, especially with this group of guys that I have. They play together, and, it's just a great feeling right now.
I'm sure it is. Congratulations to you, Coach. Best of luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to you, Jared.
Thanks a lot, Marion, and thanks a lot to Coach Tony Herbst for standing by and talking to us. I know he's very excited. His team moves to 4-1 on the season after a big 27-13 win tonight.
Hey, like I said, the Rockets outplayed the Irish second half. It came down to a 24-minute game. The Rockets were better the last 24 minutes than the Irish. They deserved the victory. I thought they were the better team in the second half. And now you find out what you're made of. Both teams moving on. How well do you handle success like Berne on a big win, and how do you bounce back from a tough loss if you're the Irish, Jared?
Marion, great work tonight. I know it was a little messed up there from time to time with the lightning delay. It was a little sketchy down there for you. We were worried about you.
Well, we persevered, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
It was a longer game, but we hung in there. And again, good game tonight. Tough game. Both teams played hard, but Berne Union was able to come out with a victory tonight, and I was glad to be with you guys tonight.
Once again, I want to say thank you to Danny Snively and everybody here at Berne Union for their hospitality. And thank you to our Interface Video Productions crew. Always a fine job done by them. Again, your final score tonight, Berne Union 27, Fisher Catholic 13. For Marion Royster and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Ohio University Lancaster, Fairfield Medical Center, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, Fairfield DD, Meals on Wheels, Fairfield National Bank, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Blue Line Designs, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina. This has been an IVP Sports production.